Yo, this Woody.
Yes. Freddie JB.
Two stupid dogs.
You're Freddie JB. Two stupid dogs.
Yeah.
Sure alive. My man, appreciate it. How's everybody doing? Jodian means today in Creole. He said, Jodi.
I don't think.
Nigga having a brain aneurysm over here. You alright, bro?
That's not funny. No.
Kinda. You could be walking in the street and then, you know what I'm saying? It could be. It's fucked up, but.
Shit in the shower.
Oh man! Please don't start this again.
There's a huge emergency if you shitting in the shower.
No, that's not an emergency. You just play nasty. the tub is right next to the toilet. Come on, just hold like.
See, but
just
they're afraid if they they try to sit down, they're gonna slip. And if they slip,
yo,
it's
sometimes that shit worries me. Sometimes you ever be mid shower and then you gotta take a shit and you're like, yo, I gotta be careful. All wet, nigga, all dripping.
Not only are you wet, you have to have the cognitive to make sure.
Why do we start this way? Why are we like this right now?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you go to take that first seat,
and if
you're not holding on everything around you. Be prepared to die.
The worst is like when you before I had dreads, like mid shampoo with your hair, and then it's like you gotta take a shit.
What are you, an herbal essence commercial, nigga?
Like, oh shit!
Wiping your ass is impossible.
Woo! That toilet paper breaking.
The toilet paper is gonna be wet in your hand.
Oh, it's a wrap.
It's ridiculous.
You might as well just, as soon as you shit, just hold your ass up in the water when you take a shit.
Yeah, it's fucking because right.
It's nasty.
It's fucking because like when you take really hot showers, it loosens everything up. That's what makes you have to go to the bathroom.
You're very relaxed. That's why you fart. That's why you fart a lot when you're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Or when you laying down because you're relaxed.
I really try to wait until I actually have to take a shit to get in the shower.
Oh yeah, that's facts. Yeah,
I say I'll take a shit after my morning. I'll take a shower right after my morning shit.
Yeah.
Fair.
You got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Because
if I know something's brewing in there, I ain't gonna take a shower yet.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than taking a nice shower and then
you have the most violent shit of your life.
Yeah.
Water splashing at your ass, just violent, brutal.
You don't want that.
It's like
man.
you had a backwards bidet, like just nasty, just splash it right back.
Disgusting.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys.
Make sure. Moral of the story: make sure you take a shit before you shower.
I mean, sometimes you have no choice. You can't. It is what it is, you know. But you know, just be careful. It's real out here.
Good after that. Like
you don't feel clean.
Even if you
shower is just canceled.
Yeah,
right there.
And then you gotta let the water run, right? And then it's starting to get cold already.
Mm-hmm.
Like the water, because shit don't stay hot all the time. Yeah, I mean, it don't stay hot the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you take hot showers like I do.
Yeah, oh yeah, I be in hell for a split
These
10 minutes. I be in
niggas
hell.
will boil themselves
Yeah, this nigga's
alive.
mad.
I don't understand it.
As soon as I finish taking a shower, he opens the door.
I take hot showers, but they're not.
You never turn the net on.
You ever take a shower with a female, bro?
You know what's weird? I like showering, like. I don't like the light. I like the dark. Is just just shower.
That's
just
cool.
I like the dark, but the vent. I know. It's mad smoky in there.
Two things.
I love it.
So, I call it the Will Smith.
Oh shit!
Right? You ever see iRobot when he was taking a shower and he had his hand like that? And he just like this.
And he's like letting the water run.
Yeah. That'd be me in a hot ass shower.
Oh, that's all day singing to himself.
Right? And then the second one, if you ever take a shower with a female, you think hot showers are hot shower?
Oh
until
no,
you
they're
get a shower
different. They're
with them.
different. They're different.
That's why I know
are
they're from the devil.
lobsters.
Yeah. Oh,
they cook themselves 24/7.
Yeah, nah.
Oh my god, I love taking a 2-hour hot shower.
But you know what?
Huh?
There's only one girl I showered with that was like it was hotter than me. Like then I was like, yo, if your water is hotter than mine, then I know it's a problem. Because I literally
That's why
boil
their
myself.
skin be looking like that.
Yeah, my
all
skin is
pristine
glistening.
and stuff. Maybe all the dirt be coming off of them. That
But
like
you
that
know what's
first layer of
crazy?
skin.
You know what's crazy? Technically, you're not supposed to. It's actually
Nah,
bad for you.
You're supposed to wake up and take a cold shower.
You're supposed to take cold or lukewarm.
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because all your
Fucking
pores
boiling
open.
the inside.
and-
Bro.
I only put it hot enough to warm my body.
My body.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you
I
know
love
what
hot
else- you know
showers.
what
And
else-
that's
Can't
it.
help
Have you ever had a hot shower hit your dick?
Nigga, I move away.
It don't feel good hitting your dick.
The tip,
Like
the
it
tip
doesn't.
too.
Let that
The
shit
tip
hit
too.
right on the tip, right at the tip.
Yeah,
It's a wrap, bro.
yeah, it don't feel good, yo.
Or when it hits the crown of the head.
But I'm not
Because
gonna
what
lie.
girls, right? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I hate taking showers like like I have to take a hot shower. Period. So with summertime is always worse for me because
Fuck
it's hot as fuck.
that.
But I have to take a hot shower. As soon as I get out the
Yeah, but
shower,
you're
I'm
sweating,
sweating.
yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I take
'cause
lukewarm
you
at the
fucking up.
time. Lukewarm to coldest showers.
Yeah, I take hot showers.
Start off with a hot shower if you have to.
Yeah, nah.
You don't end that way,
Turn it
motherfucker.
down gradually.
Thank you. You don't end that way, motherfucker.
Hot shower. Always. Anyway, man, episode 58. Thank
That
you
was our
guys
tip
for-
of the day.
Yeah, that was yeah. And don't burn the tip of your dick
No.
with the hot showers. Anyway, yeah, let's start it up, man. So we don't have a guest today. This is a special one.
Damn,
It's
fuck
just
am I?
us.
Top liver?
Oh, you're a guest?
Goddamn
You know what's
right, I'm
funny?
a guest.
You know what's funny? I had this conversation with V. So when we did the last episode, she got mad because I didn't put the. She was like, "Am I chopped liver?" Like I wasn't on that. I was like, "Well, you're a too stupid dog." I didn't feel like I had. She was like, "Well, I'm still V from V Table Talk." I was like, "All right, you right. You right. You got your own entity.
Sure Life.
I'm sorry.
Sure Life.
So
Sure
we
Life
have
Industries.
Sure
I don't know
Life.
what is it.
And on top of that, he didn't want to be on the camera. This nigga wanted to move.
Technically,
the
you're not a
whole
guest
thing.
if you don't
So,
want to be on
yeah,
camera.
exactly.
Listen,
You be out.
I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Are you sure? Last like
All right,
30
chocolate
episodes
parts.
you weren't here, but anyway,
You got
yes.
it done, didn't you?
Anyway, man, let's start this episode. So let's dig right into it, guys, man.
That's what she said.
Touche. Let's dig right in it. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
This nigga kicked the camera.
Oh my
This
god.
motherfucker, man.
Didn't mess up the shot, so fuck your couch.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so the first topic of today is let's we didn't talk about it last time, but we have to. Unfortunately, I really don't like talking about this dude.
Yeah, we can this shit sucks.
It is what it is, man. 6ix9ine gets a $10 million deal in jail. Yes.
Wait, what?
See, and that's why you should have been in the camera shot, because your face right now just said it all. He fucking sealed a $10 million deal from prison. And with that,
Yo, wait, what?
so yeah, so
streets
I
is
mean,
done.
if you
Yo, who's
so
this
the
nigga? OJ? Like,
bro.
The
So
streets
before
is
all
done.
that, he snitched, he did the whole 9, whatever. And he denied witness protection, WITSEC. He denied it.
and
So people are like,
is it because
yo,
he knew he had this 10 million on the way? He's like, nah, I got
I don't
enough for
know.
security.
So apparently he's going back. He wants to do music. He's doing the whole thing. And people are like, yo, if he's even alive by the second album, is going to be surprising. To me, I'm not going to be surprised. If you are a snitch and everything, and people are still willing to listen to your music and still do shit, and you book a $10 million deal, seal that, yo, people, I think prior to that, people were talking about like, yo, he's not done. Like, no matter what. And to us, like, we grew up like with the cold of the streets in a sense, right? That shit is automatic. Like, you're not. So it's like, I'm not
I know
surprised.
why this is
But
that
let's
way.
go. Talk to it.
This is no shot to y'all, but we let white people into our business too much, and they buy our albums. They don't give a fuck about snitching.
I feel like no. Technically, white people always been in the business, like especially with hip hop.
I'm talking about the code that we have, right?
There we go.
Right, and these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about snitching, and they buy all the albums.
Yes, sir.
Of course,
He would
Of
be number one
course.
snitch
Bro.
of the year.
Of course, because they don't understand how the code's supposed to work. Even niggas that are black or like, people that are black or like that are young don't understand that code because they wasn't brought up in that.
Right.
So it doesn't matter to them anymore.
I feel like it's not necessarily an understanding. I feel like they know, they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It has nothing to do with their agenda.
Exactly. They
So,
don't care. It was like raised on what? Like, what are you
Exactly.
talking about? Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, all I know is about. See, the thing is, it's like
That's
it's
how you used to live?
because like let's think about it, right? It started. How did hip hop? All of this start? It started as an art form. Now rap is not art anymore. It's to make a quick buck.
I think more so too.
You see what I'm saying? Like, well, at least for the younger generation, right? Because when we grow, so like when I listen to music, I listen for timeless music. I listen to something that I can listen. I can listen to now and then listen when I'm 60. That's that's what I'm listening to and listening for. People just listen to music and it's what. So right now it's just all a business. Like these kids are the coldest. They don't give a fuck.
I want to go back to what you said. How hip hop started. Not only did it start as that, it started as like from the streets, right? Mm-hmm. And it was gritty. And you had to have some type of respect to be able to do it.
Right. And you had to
You know what
know
I'm saying?
something. You know what I'm
And what
saying?
is that going hand in hand with? Being a thorough motherfucker. Not being you're a gangster, but you're thorough.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no smut on your record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you don't have to be a gangster to be thorough. You just don't gotta be snitching on motherfuckers and doing fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Having rape allegations and all this bullshit.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to be a part of it. And now that's just not.
It's not part of their
Because
culture.
of the people that listen to it now is because they don't have that upbringing to be able to distinguish. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that motherfuckers get it twisted when we talk about 6ix9ine and like when we talk about snitching, right? Snitching has to do with integrity. Right? So
This nigga, yo.
snitching has to do with integrity. And that trickles down to a lot of different things. And if you don't have the type of integrity to be like, yo, I'm a man, I'll stand on my own too, then you're always gonna be fucked up. Like it's anything that any other area that is there's gonna be a problem.
You're
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
If you can't hold your own as a man, but you know what? Also, that it's also our fault too, because there wasn't any man in the home to teach us how to be a man too. You know what I'm saying? That's why we lead. That's why we led to the streets in a sense. But the streets are a lot different now. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not
There's
gonna say
none of that.
a lot. Like my dad wasn't around because he was in jail, but like I had uncles and I had stories of what my dad stood for. You know what I'm saying? And my mom wasn't having that shit too. Close your fucking mouth. Don't be telling on people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that's just not how she got down.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had those examples.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had my uncle who was a street nigga and like at the time and like yo, dog, that's not how we handle shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even just knowing the color of my skin, we don't fucking tell on people. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
not what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You could when you telling somebody, you know that shit's wrong.
You feel it in your bones, man.
And I'm not telling motherfuckers.
That's
I'm
if
not
you
telling
got
motherfuckers to
bones.
not go point out. I'm not telling them motherfuckers to not go point out sex offenders and shit like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about if you did something with somebody, a crime,
You know what you were doing.
and shit went sour between y'all two, you can't be telling on people.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Your integrity is out the window. You as a man, that's all you have.
So
Your
not
balls
only
and
is
your
that
word.
exactly.
That's all you have.
I don't
So
care
now-
what transpired between y'all two. Y'all can have the beef of the world. Y'all niggas can be fighting to this day. But y'all niggas shouldn't be. If I shoot you, if we come into this situation, right, and we both have beef, right? If we both have beef, we've been shooting at each other, arguing, you know what I'm saying, back and forth, and I shoot you, you should not be able to snitch on me. You should have.
No, because we mutually engaged in this.
Yeah, we
right. No, we
mutually
mutually
engaged
engaged
in
in
this
this. You're right.
No, you ain't lying.
You wasn't like, yo, I'm a bitch, I don't want no problems, and I bullied you. You know what I'm
You were
saying?
talking about nigga click, clack, bang, bang. It's on site.
Yeah.
Is it on site or is it on site?
And that even goes into the Troy Ave situation. Nigga, you was a part of the problem.
Man,
You know
listen.
what I mean? You can't be telling our people. That just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It shouldn't work that way, and it shouldn't be glorified.
But
just
this is
like
where
the
we're in.
street shouldn't be glorified, the street shouldn't be glorified.
Oh yeah,
right?
it shouldn't be.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
You know
But
what I mean?
white people glorified it. The people that's in
The
this
street
business.
shouldn't be
It's a
glorified,
land
bro.
We were just
They
telling our
don't-
story. That's all
Exactly.
we were doing.
That's true.
That's all we were doing.
That's true. The street shouldn't be glorified. Even fucking old Italian gangsters shouldn't be glorified.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like
do
all
love
that shit should
Goodfellas,
not be
though.
glorified, right?
Do love Goodfellas though.
Yeah, but we love a good.
Because we relate to it.
Story.
Yeah, because we relate to it in a sense. You know?
And actually, you know what the psyche of it is? none of us want to, because you want them motherfuckers are anarchists and they live outside of the normal rules.
Oh yeah, they're their own government.
We want to be like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wants to be that way, but some people are too bitch to be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are too bitch to be that way. And that's not a bad thing. You still got a family to raise and all that other shit. Like, you want to live. Name one story that ended up good out of any gangster movie you've seen. The only gangster I know...
The Bronx Tale? No. That's my favorite movie. He got the black girl.
The only people... I don't even know if these niggas are gangsters. Like...
I'm sorry. Just sorry. I just had a moment.
Like,
love that movie.
You only see like small excerpts of people, like small things of people like let's say like Jay-Z, a drug dealer that made it out. Yeah, man, like Jeezy. But would they have made it out without the rap game?
That's a very good question, honestly. And I think I seen something where Jeezy was like he stepped into this and he didn't realize that all of that shit was fake. So he's stepping into this rap game and he's like, all right, well, shit. Clearly, I need to have mad bitches in my video, on my niggas,
environment,
mad, you know what I'm saying, mad cars, all of that. And then it wasn't until he got, well into, I think he said his tour or something like that, well into his tour, and he was like, this game's nothing like this at all. It's nothing like this at all.
You just gotta put up a front and act like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it was crazy.
But
he's about this shit.
He expresses how that threw him off because he's
always
about
goes
that
wrong,
life,
bro.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
right.
Oh,
when you see how fake these niggas are, bro. And the shit that they say that's
why I fuck with YG heavy. That nigga is coarse.
The thing that they say that they're about, they're really not about. That's why I know, like, I couldn't be around people like that. Like, I have certain principles that I live and die by. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like, I understand. I can be like, yo, I don't want no parts of that, and still feel like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I'm not too gangster for my own good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a gangster. I do gangster shit for family members and people that I love, but to say that I wake up every day like, yo, I gotta get this, you know what I mean? Like, and gangbang and I'm naked and shit. Like, no, I don't wake up and like, yo, I'm a gangster, nigga. I need to do this. They're like, no, nigga, I want to go.
Wake up with a tech and shit.
I'm a gangster grandpa and I'm proud of it.
Exactly.
Like, should I wear these with the Tech 9 or should I wear these with the Glock 40?
To me, honestly, real shit, that shit is corny to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it was.
And motherfuckers just don't know how to stay in their lane, and this is the result of it. The 6ix9ine situation. That's all. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Niggas don't know how to stay in their lane.
So. Yeah, continue.
Niggas don't know how to stay in the lane.
Exactly. So I was also going to bring that to say is like the game, obviously, like everybody else. Well, not everybody else apparently, but the game was upset by it, right? Because he was just like, yo, like this culture, just like we were saying, this culture is not. He can't bang with like this shit. Like you are a snitch, and you just literally just got this deal, right? So his manager, Whack 100.
Wait, his manager's name is Whack 100?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, continue.
He was saying, he was like, I don't think he was like condoning saying like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying?
But he's
also a manager. But he was also saying like, yo, not for nothing, even though it's whack, it's still like, it was actually a smart business move. You know what I'm saying? So, and the reason why we bringing this up is just like, yo, there's that thin line. It's like what we just said. It was like white people capitalizing on hip hop and our stories and all of this shit. Like, yo, it's not about the art form anymore. It's the quickest way to get a buck.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? People don't care about code. People don't care about what you're going through. Look what they did to Bobby Shmurda. I mean, that's prime example. Bobby Shmurda was really about this shit, right? And he went on, and I mean, unfortunately, he went on and said all this shit. But these people was like, "Yo, they probably knew he was gonna get indicted eventually. But let's make this money. Let's get it out of him quick.
He's gonna come out of jail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And be fucking loved.
Oh yeah, that's facts. Because he didn't snitch.
Not only did he not snitch, he took extra time to give to. So he took extra time so his homie can get out when he gets out. When he gets out.
Yep.
He's like, oh my. He's like, I think he got the less time out of everybody. Then his brother Rowdy got a little bit more time. He's like, all right, well, give me the difference of what, it would be. So they both got 7 years.
Took more time. Yeah.
It took more time just to get his brother out at the same time.
That homie's real.
I don't even know how you can do that.
Yeah. Hey,
When you have influence, you have
talked about
negotiating power.
not even that the fact that it's influence. It's more so like it's. Damn! I lost my train of thought. But it's more so just like. You can't I forgot. But go ahead. But Bobby Shmurda, innocent. Yeah, I forgot.
It is not condoning it. To me, it's not condoning it. It's that all right? That motherfucker knows that he a gangster and he did all his bullshit. He took that shit on the chin like a man when that judge slammed that gavel.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. They just want somebody to do the time. They don't give a fuck. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I lost my train of thought. But it's like
that's what celebrates.
That's what it. Yeah, it's like they don't care.
That's what
Somebody got to do it.
Yo, when you had your fun, it caught up to you. You didn't point the finger.
Yeah.
When shit came down.
Yep.
Fair.
You're a fucking man to me.
That's all
Simple.
day. That's all day.
And I hate niggas that are weasels that try to get every way out.
Right. But you know,
even
you know
when-
who else though? But I like how you said when Bobby Shmurda gets out, he's gonna be loved by some real niggas. But you know who else is gonna get loved? 6ix9ine. He's still gonna get love.
But,
Because
but
not from
that's
real
only,
niggas.
but that's only conditioned to how soon he does something that they don't like.
No.
Yes. No.
Yo, if you do this.
All
Oh, no. You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
If he does like some.
all he needs to do.
If he
is
spits on
come
a
in-
dog, it's over for him. But he snitched. No, because what do white people care about the most, nigga? Let's be real. If that
But,
nigga spits
like-
on a dog or starts a dog fighting thing like Michael Vick or some shit like that,
just-
yo, his
some
career
love-
is
white people
over.
love
Anything he
White people love
does
animals more than black
against
people.
their
But-
agenda will be what they utilize for his downfall.
That's
so
right.
he's really not going to be loved. He's just going to be held above others. But being held above others doesn't do you too good because if they're sinking, that means you're going to sink too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I don't know. But-
you walking on eggshells when you come out, my nigga. Bobby
Yo.
Shmurda's going to be walking on concrete. There's a difference.
And like we said, right? I really don't care about this situation at all. But the only time it gets me mad is the whole snitching thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand like these niggas played a bad hand and they fucked up letting this little motherfucker into their clique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, he's not the only one that's snitching.
That is
Right.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
But he's the
driver
only one with the
snitching,
big-ass
nigga-
voice.
the nigga with that was running them. That was
Yep.
they was getting this nigga. Did you know the nigga that was getting drugs from? How he was getting the drugs? He was buying them online. It was getting shipped to his house.
Oh, shit.
I'm not surprised.
Yo, the black web ain't no joke. The dark
Yeah,
web
he
ain't
was
no
buying-
joke.
he was
I'm not
buying off
surprised.
the black
You
web,
could probably
the
buy
dark
it with
web, whatever.
cryptocurrency. You could
And-
probably buy it with cryptocurrency too.
Nigga, that's what he was doing with it.
Yeah.
See, look,
Look,
I ain't
what
even
he was
have to-
doing with
I
it.
ain't even know it.
Why
I
do you
knew.
think it's called cryptocurrency?
Nigga, crip.
Also,
Explain.
Mel Murder.
Do me a favor.
Mel Murder got charged and he got 11 years. When he's one of the he's the big homie.
Okay.
He's the one that they all answer to.
Okay.
So he's Jay Prince of the East.
Well, I don't know.
All right.
if he's
Anyway,
that- I don't know if
so
he has that much information.
but not only did he get a $10 million deal, I don't know if he's gonna get funds through this, and he probably will because they're using probably his name. But Showtime is also making a documentary.
Showtime is
But
making.
it's on not only Showtime, but
So,
apparently there's more. But this documentary I mentioned is going to be called Supervillain, and it's about to be about his rise and fall within the game. But he's rising again, so I don't.
Stop.
I don't
They
understand.
called it
but-
super villain.
Super villain. That's
Oh,
that's the name for now.
Yo,
but you also
my brain is fucked up. As soon as I went on YouTube to find the place I was talking to you about, it's Complex. Complex is doing one in conjunction with Snapchat.
there you go. Yeah.
Someone said 50's doing one.
51. He bought some rights to do it too.
Yeah, 50's doing one, so that's 3.
All right,
and
hold
I'm
on.
hearing 2 other places are doing it too.
Yep, doing
Hold
a doc on it.
How do you buy the rights to someone's story? To how they pick.
I'll tell you right now, you can profit on anything.
No, I'm well aware of the land that we
can write a
encompass,
book
but-
about my life off a
Oh
story
yeah,
you heard about
you
me.
ain't even gotta tell me shit about his life. I can write. Yeah, you can write an autobiography or a biography on somebody else, and you know nothing about them. And if it's interesting, people will buy it, and you still become a bestseller.
Wow.
Absolutely. As long as I don't probably use your name or some shit like that. It's
America.
copyright. I
Well,
don't know.
I think it's like I think it depends on like what
You just have to not put like
about.
based on like, you know what I mean? It's just
Loosely based
yeah,
on a true
loosely,
story.
exactly. If you do that, you have the right. But it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. But yeah. They're doing a documentary on him. He's probably gonna get cuts from it because it's about him. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Listen, if his manager's smart,
profit.
his manager's not gonna allow any of this shit to happen without him getting a cut.
Oh, that's for sure.
You know what I mean? That's what a good manager would do.
Right.
It's like, fuck it. You're in prison right now, but you need money for your commissary, all of that shit.
Oh, he's set.
You need to take care of your family.
He got money in his
We're gonna
books.
do these things while you're in there, so that way we can get this money to sustain your people.
My thing is, it's like also like knowing this dude is a snitch, man, and it's just crazy. It's like I'm surprised he's still alive in jail right now. I ain't gonna lie, but he probably made mad promises to mad of these niggas in there to keep him alive. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Or the set is like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
they waited this out.
Him.
They don't fuck with him.
I mean, I would
heard
assume
he got
so.
$10 million. You sure you don't fuck with him? Think about it. You already pulled a fucked up move one time. You don't think you'll do it again because of money? My nigga, you already showed me that green is what's your influence.
I think what I'm waiting to see is when he comes out, what's gonna happen.
Fair. That's very fair.
If that motherfucker lives.
Past
You know
his
what? No,
first
he's
album.
going to. I don't know why he's going to.
Thank you. I was gonna say
I don't know why he's
going
going to. Because George Zimmerman is still out here.
Oh shit.
Living his best life.
Oh shit. You got that.
Easily sipping on a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
You got that. You got that.
And that motherfucker has threatened his wife, kill his wife, kill his father-in-law, everything.
He's shown so many signs of just human disregard.
Yeah.
But yet.
All right, so that's the decline of hip hop artists. I don't give a fuck
don't
about
put
it.
him in hip hop artist. That nigga's a rapper. There's a difference.
I got you.
Right.
So that's the decline. Fuck that nigga. But we have to mention it because it was out in the open. But let's talk about somebody we do like. We like DaBaby. Thumbs up.
No, baby on baby.
Baby on baby. Oh shit.
You know that boy from Carolina.
You know that boy from Carolina.
Nah, that nigga nice though. I fuck with him.
Anyway, so I fuck with the we all fuck with DaBaby, right?
Yep.
But
surprised me.
let's just say this nigga's really out here living his best life, and he's being generous as
having
fuck.
fun.
He's being
fuck.
generous as fuck. But I will say, you know who is pissed? His bodyguards.
Why?
I just said because of the shit he's doing. Yo, you ever see his bodyguards' faces every time they have to pull this nigga out of the crowd?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Like, and these niggas are big, nigga. And they're just like,
course.
oh, this nigga's fucking,
They know
he's
Carolina
crowd
fan.
surfing again. This nigga, pull him out. This nigga, yo, he was at a show and he's performing and whatnot, right? And this nigga threw every garment off his body to the crowd. Gucci boots. He threw his socks, his wife beater, his shirt. I don't know if he took off his pants, but he threw every garment he had on him and he threw it out to the crowd because just
They
love.
want that shit. He knows what to do to get the
Right.
crowd going.
Right, but it's not only that. He's just, I feel like it's also in a sense of like, he just fucks with people. He just loves the love that he's getting. He also, there was, yeah.
No, he's doing like you see the mini
There we go. Bring it
videos
to
that
it.
he's doing?
Yeah.
Like he's doing so like the he'll go to like so one thing that he does is every sit he goes to, he'll leave something there for somebody to find.
Fire.
Didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, but he got that from somewhere. He didn't come up with that.
Like I know Kevin Gates is doing that at one point. Like people be doing it sometimes, but he does it like
Every city.
Yeah, like doing it every city. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, right now he's been doing like mini video shoots with like people. So like, do you see the one where he had it was a room full of women at like a sneaker store? And he was and he was like he made it like a mini video. I'll show you after the podcast.
Okay.
But it just fires him with mad females, just regular chicks like his fans, just vibing to his music, and he's shooting a music video with them like just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
love,
it's
man.
not like he's gonna put it out. It's just for his Instagram story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fire. Then what he did was there was a woman that was homeless and she was living in her car and she wanted to she wrote to him telling him like, yo, like I have this stuff for you I want to sell. You mean, can you sell it to me? He's like, yo, all right. Came in there. She's like, yo, that's your son? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right. You don't have to sell me anything. He's like, you keep those two. I'll take one and I'll give you $1,000 for the one and sell those other two so you can get more money. You know what I'm saying? Give her $1,000 on the spot.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
She was living in a car at one point too with her son.
Or her son or whatever. And like she started breaking down crying. He was like, yo, I can hold him or you know what I mean, we can take a picture or whatever. And he's like, yo, do you want to put that phone? You want to use your phone? Then he's like, oh, then he was like, he made a joke. He was like, yeah, he ain't gonna let that phone go. We'll take the picture and then we'll send it to you somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yo, it's just straight up love. He also, I believe he was somewhere, and I guess these kids were selling cookies or selling something. Box. So he bought all the boxes of cookies or treats or whatever, and then he gave it back to them. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, yo, he didn't even really want. He just wanted to give them the money for it. So he just out here just being really generous. Yeah, he's having fun, but he's also like, he knows his influence of power, right? And he knows it's like, yo, and that's why I fuck with him, because there was a stint in my life where I was like, yo, what is my purpose? I started thinking like, yo, what is my purpose? Though I don't have a major influence on shit like that, but I know it's more like, yo, what have I been doing that makes me happy and makes other people happy? It's kind of like taking care of people. That's why I figured out my purpose is. It's like helping people, taking care of people. Not on some like mayor status. If it fulfills me, but it also like people, you can go out here right now and people will still tell you to this day, like, yo, you held me down when nobody had me. Like, you let me. So I was like, yo, I feel like that's pretty much my purpose in a sense, right? So I feel like DaBaby is in that era. He's like, yo, I know I'm a hip hop artist. People look at me to this regard. What can I do to make people happy? I'm gonna give them love. I'm gonna show them love. This is what I'm here for.
I'm glad you.
And
said
I fuck with him for that.
Side note, I actually talked about that with Nick yesterday or the day before. It's like, dog, I met Freddie 5 years ago. We've only really been hanging out like constantly 3 years.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, first
like,
2 years.
For 3 years. So that nigga did more for me than niggas I've known for 10 years, for 15 years.
Wow, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Real. Nah,
like,
it's just because
like,
that's 100.
And I don't ask for anything. It's just more so like I just make sure like people around me are good. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I know you 100 and I know you 100, like this nigga, I remember. I thought I had to ride out on a nigga, right? I'll put this on the air. I'm not saying any names, right? I thought I had to go ride out on a nigga. We at Pasha. Pasha. And I'm saying, I'm like, yo, I don't like this energy. So I just tapped this nigga on the shoulder. I was like, yo, I might need you. He was like, yo, you good? I was like, yo, I don't know yet, but I might need you, like, just stay, because he was about to leave and go home. And I was like, yo, I might need you just, just to have my back. He was like, yo, he just cut me off. He's like, don't worry about it. I got you. Like, that right there. Like, that right there.
I look at him like an older brother.
That's 3 years. Like, yo, and that's 3 years. It's just,
I look at him like an older brother. Like, Doug, if he got a problem, I got a problem. You're not putting your hands on him around me. Any of that shit.
It goes both ways. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not fucking with that shit. Like, Doug. That in my mind, it's like I hit my girl up, I'm like, yo, I'm about to do some fuck shit. I don't know if I'm gonna come back home.
Nigga way. Yeah,
that's real. That's real. I'm glad that you guys touched on that, because that's something that people don't get a grasp of, is that there are what start off as strangers who you build a connection with, where, yo, there's things that you'll do for them or they'll do for you that you never seen coming. Not even from your own blood. So it's like,
history sometimes doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? It really does. I mean, there's people I know that I got my back that I've known. Like my best friend, I know he got me to this end. I know you got me. I known you for 10 plus years. I know you got me. But there's other people I've known longer that probably wouldn't do the same. You feel what I'm saying?
But so also too, I know your energy's not no fuck nigga energy. Right. So if I know you got yourself into some shit, right, it probably wasn't you. Right. It was probably just a circumstance that just like, all right, I actually gotta just go handle this shit.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You know what?
You don't start trouble with motherfuckers.
Yo, I'm the most non-confrontational person you'll ever meet, but that doesn't mean I won't kill you on some real shit. Like, no, but it's really like that. Like, I'm very composed and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I know myself. I know what I have to lose. I'm not stupid. I'm actually very intelligent when I have to move. But the problem is that there's some people you can't control, and it's sometimes you just got to handle what you got to handle. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm like, I make sure I have around who I have around me, and I make sure, I got your back just as much as you got mine. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and it brings it full circle with how DaBaby is coming off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a man right there. That's a man that stands 10 toes. He ain't snitching on nobody. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? From the energy he's putting out in the world,
the energy that he puts out, it seems so fucking genuine. And I fuck
exactly.
You gotta understand his nature. And I apologize to cut you off. Like, you know what I mean? He's coming from
Charlotte.
He's coming from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Real nigga shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy? But 6ix9ine came from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm New York. I'm Brooklyn bred, and it's like, damn, nigga.
Before he came from Charlotte, He's of Nigerian descent.
Oh, okay.
You see
finish
what
your
I'm
story.
saying? So
yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like, as folks of the diaspora, like just in our nature, it's in our nature to give. You know what I'm saying? It's other outside influences that change that nature.
Yeah, you end up
know what I
getting
mean?
harder, and your heart gets harder with other influences that you have, and that's what I battle with now, right? It's in my nature to be loving and giving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same. Yeah.
And trusting. My mom's like that. I have my dad's mind or my mom's heart.
Bless.
You know what I'm saying?
Bless.
But being stabbed, being fucking jumped, being fucking people that I love, people that I love betraying me. You know what I'm saying? Turn me into, I don't fuck with you niggas. I will murder you if you do something that indicts anything around me and made me more harder. I'm just now getting over those traumas to be like, all right, I need to chill out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes time, man.
I need to be a better. I need to be a better. Everything's not that serious. You don't have to meet force with force.
You don't always have to be on 100 too. You know what I'm saying?
You don't always have to be on 100.
Yeah.
You can hang out. You can be.
Nah.
Your awareness got to be on 100 though.
Oh yeah, you can always be aware, but like my thing is like I look at niggas that have a short fuse. I'm like, bro. Like niggas that have, it's like they always on 100. Like, yeah, be aware, of course. Be around. I mean, I plan to carry. My awareness is about to be on. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like nigga. Like if somebody just says something wrong to you, like how you said, like, yo, can you elaborate on that? Just so I know. Some niggas would be like, what the fuck you say? That's 100. Instead of like, yo, what do you mean by that? Like.
So
you see what I'm saying?
So much as remember when we was at, actually all three of us were there. Remember when we was at Dave and Buster's and the guy spilled that drink on me?
Yeah,
That was definitely a day. That
would have flashed and beat the shit out of him in
That's facts.
But the new me understood he's drunk.
Awareness.
He didn't mean it. I only got mad when he tried to aggressively, like he
wipe down your lap.
No. Remember when? This is exactly when I got mad. When he took the napkin and tried to wipe my thigh.
Yeah, he tried to wipe. Yeah, it's like, bro. Even I was like, all right, nigga, we get it. You're sorry, but don't try to wipe another man's lap, nigga. Get out of here. We just said, just keep it flexing.
Those are the signs of people who are doing too much. So
exactly.
They got met with an energy at the moment, right? So it's like he didn't actively do anything, but his energy went full force and said, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. His energy just kept building. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, yo, bro, don't worry about it. I get it. You're drunk. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. But he could have. He could have. We all seen his face when it was just like, oh, shit, Udi's getting there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo. I looked at him, I was like, yo, just walk away.
That or we were getting more mad for him. Like, it was like, yo, what the fuck?
Right. Then and also even when we was at the Brandon shenanigans when he had that confrontation, it was more like he was starting to build up, and I'm just like, bro, like, and I was like, yo, dude, just walk, go home, bro. You do not want this. Like, it's not gonna be a fair fight.
And I only spazzed out.
Yeah,
when we dapped up, and then he brought it back up.
Yeah, it's like, bro, keep it pushing.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? But. But DaBaby, great energy, being generous out here. Really, really appreciate that, dude. Hopefully, I can't wait to see him excel some more and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, somebody's at the door, so we just get. There's always niggas at this house. So another thing I wanted to bring up, right? As Udi's walking back, is Gina Rodriguez, if you know her, right? Gina Rodriguez was what's that show?
Oh shit! Someone pregnant. Virgin.
Marry the Virgin. There we go.
Marry the Virgin. Right? Yeah. No.
I don't know.
No.
It's something about Marry the Virgin.
Marry the Virgin.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Marry the Virgin. Right. So. She goes on, right? She's singing a cover. She's doing a song while she's getting makeup applied, I believe.
Right. And
she slips out and says the N-word, right?
Oh, shit.
But she's doing a song, which is part of the song.
I don't think
she was doing the Fuji song.
She was doing the Fuji.
She was doing the Fuji song, right.
Wait, what?
Right. She was doing the Fuji song. So people go off on a tangent, right? What's going on, Messi in the back? My man, damn, what's up, brother?
Got Messi Ty in the building.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So she slips out and says it, and then people are going off on a tangent, and they're like, yo, she shouldn't be saying that word, blah, blah, blah. Goes off. She goes back on Twitter or whatever, and she apologizes. So watching TMZ, the TMZ reporter goes on and asks, brings it up to one of the Boys to Men stars, Sean Stockman, and he's like, yo, what do you feel about that? Like her saying the N-word. And he's like, wait, he was like, she's Latina, right? And he was like, yeah, she's Spanish. He's like, she's black. So what's the problem?
Bang.
You know what I'm saying? So, but here's what I have the issue with, right? To me, it's like the people that are commenting, like, no offense, I don't really give a fuck who uses the N-word. It just depends on the way you say it, right? Mm-hmm. She's singing a song. It's part of the song. Yeah, you're supposed to censor yourself. I get it. But once she's Latina, who gives a fuck, right? But it's like, the other white people commenting on like, yo, she shouldn't be saying that word. Like, yo, leave it alone. Like Latina people, black people should be saying if she should be saying it or not. Like, this is not a word that you should like.
Y'all
don't
mind
worry
your
about.
business,
Mind
and
your
black
business.
and brown people will handle it internally.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
No, we'll figure it out. Like, why are you bringing it up? Like, just don't worry about it.
It's not your area.
But people always have a
out.
form to always have a need to comment on something.
Tell Messi, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Thank you, Murph. Stay in your lane. But even then, right? Like, I got white homies that says the N-word. But they grew up around us. Like, I don't care about it. But it just means in the way like you say it. But now right now, I'm to the point where it's like, you know what? Since this is getting in a big issue, I know this has been an issue, like people saying the N-word. Now I feel like, yo, this should just be canceled, bro. Like, nobody should be saying this word. Even black people, like, we shouldn't be. It's because it started off as a derogatory term to us. So now I'm to the point like, yo, you have a problem with it. These people, now we have to speculate who has a say to say it. Now, you know what?
I mean,
fuck
realistically,
that.
we shouldn't be talking about it.
We should, like, yo, we should be done.
No, we shouldn't even be saying it. The word.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what? Like, this word should just be fucking canceled at this point. Because now it's getting annoying. Because now it's like, oh, she shouldn't be saying it. So who are you to say if she should be saying it or not? You know what I'm saying? It's just annoying. It's just annoying.
If that word gets canceled, there's a whole list of words that need to get canceled.
Oh, that's
after
facts.
that.
That's
you know
facts.
what I mean? So it's like, I'm not gonna condone it. I'm not gonna say whether it's okay or not.
But I will say black people took that word and made it into a term of endearment, right?
They made it their own.
They made it their own. But now it's like, but even in the song she was singing, it's a term of endearment. So like, but
I don't know. It was more of like.
Well, I don't. But
it was more
a Fuji song.
Yeah, it was more of like, I don't fuck with you niggas type. Like,
probably, you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm trying to say.
I think the problem is, right. You know how we have that racial divide between Latinos and blacks in America, and like what I think it determines of like what she identifies as. She could be one of those stuck up Latinos that believe I'm not black and I don't have no black descendant.
She could.
And shits on black women. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's her. I don't think that's like her. You know what I'm saying?
Her agenda.
Yeah, I mean, her agenda at all. I think that she loves the Fugees, and that was a part of the song, and she was really saying it passionately. You know what I mean? And I don't think she meant anything by it for her.
Nah, she was just singing a damn song.
People love fake outrage.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not about
Propaganda.
it. Dog, you know how bad it was when I seen it, it didn't register to me as wrong.
Yeah, she said it. She was apologizing. I was like, apologizing for what? She was using the N word when she was singing a song. I'm like, and
Now I'll say this though: if it was a white person or something that was doing it, I would be like, wait, come on.
I've seen a few covers where white people said it. I'm like, yo, they were singing a song.
You can still edit that shit and still, you know what I mean, be a little bit more respectful. But because she was a person of color, I was kind of like that didn't. I grew up with Spanish people. They say nigga all the time.
But not even that. I've seen covers where white people say it, and I'm like, yo, I don't like. They're singing a song. It's not like they're saying
I
it
get that.
messed up. I don't understand.
I get that.
You know?
Like white people are fans of hip hop and they buy
love it.
albums more than black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't license you to.
It doesn't.
It doesn't license you.
I just don't like when you just say it randomly, expecting that we're just cool with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't
Like,
license you. I that's just my take on it.
Right.
But who am I? I'm not the fucking.
Right.
Even if a white person says nigga like around me and I don't know them, I'm not gonna stop.
I'm not
and be
gonna
like, don't say that. Like, nigga,
You know who would, though?
Why my business?
You know who would though? Nice doesn't fuck with that shit at all.
I'm just not gonna stop.
I was like, damn, Nice. You know what I'm saying? But
It's
yeah,
not my business.
It's not my business.
And even if a white person like called me nigga, like, and I said this on the podcast before, trying to make me feel bad about myself. First, like I'm gonna punch you in the mouth, not because you called me a word, not because you
thought.
because you thought. Right.
Why am I doing this? No, I'm punching your mouth because you're trying to disrespect me.
That's what I'm saying. If it's used in a if you're disrespecting,
I've seen white kids saying the N word, and I was like, these motherfuckers is crazy. I said to myself, these niggas is crazy.
These niggas is crazy.
Walking.
Yeah, like I don't care,
It
man.
was like, you know what I mean? And that's why the black people mind their fucking business.
This mind your business,
man.
Segue.
Segue.
So like, I see it, I was like, yo, I don't fuck what these kids are doing. They're fucking kids. Right. You know what I mean? And kept walking. You know what I mean? But if a motherfucker, if we're in an argument, in a dispute,
right,
and you're calling me all types of N-words, I'm going to punch you in your mouth.
That's true, regardless of who you are. No, you're absolutely
regardless.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless. But what I'm trying to say is just like, yo, like, number one, mind your business. She's a person of color. Who gives a fuck? You shouldn't even be commenting on that anyway. You know what I'm saying? But to me personally, I don't really care. As long as you're not being disrespectful. Like, if a white person comes up to yo and daps me up right now, what up, my nigga? I'm like, what up, my nigga? Like, you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. But if it's disrespectful, if I see your body language different, then yeah. But to me, I'm just like, at this point,
you don't know.
but at this, you don't know, yeah.
I tell the story. I told it. The story about what happened at work.
Yeah.
Because it's all about intent. Oh. So a guy comes up to me.
So we don't know, but
yeah, a guy comes up to me at work, and he has a spark in his face. And he walks up and he says, "White guy, bald guy, not making a good case for himself, right?" So he goes, and I did not, and right, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think this was racist until the ending of it.
Oh, okay, shoot.
Right. So I go. He goes, "You do anything fun for what was the last holiday I passed?
Columbus.
Right?
Oh, indigenous people.
Yeah.
Indigenous Day.
This is where it got weird. And I kind of heard him, and then I was like, what do you mean? Like, one, we're both at work together. What did I do? Right?
Could be beating your dick in the bathroom. He don't know.
What did I do? Right? And I didn't notice at the time, but the Columbus statue got vandalized.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
In Rhode Island,
I think that was
all
Cali.
the stuff that's coming out about that, right? I didn't know that at the time. But when I asked him, I said simply, I looked at him, I said, what do you mean? And he goes, man, I'm just joking. And then walked away. That's what made me feel like I had racial intent. If you didn't have racial intent,
you would have just explained.
Say, oh, hey, did you go out with your family and have fun?
That's all.
You know what I mean? That's all you had to say. And I would have been like, oh, no, man, I'm at work with you, man. I ain't
So when he told me.
That's why I was like, kind of
right.
This might be racial intent.
When he told me this story, it was more so like, bro, like, I get this. So this guy is weird. Like, even I walk in and I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? But at the same time, it was more so like, if you ask a question, right? Mm-hmm. All he asked was to elaborate. He's like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, not violent, not like disrespectful. He's like, yo, what do you mean by that? All he had to say was just be like, oh, no, I just meant if you was going out. I don't know if it's necessarily racial or whatever, but it's like you meant something by that, by just saying, no, just joking. You started a conversation. He just want to elaborate so he can continue the conversation. But you felt the need to back away because you had some intent or you felt some type of way or... I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it was racial, but you definitely had a problem. You definitely had some intent asking that, and then backing away when somebody.
That's what made it more weird. It was like, dog, all you had to do is say, "Hey, did you have fun with your family?"
Yeah, or like or I was being sarcastic because we're both here, like something. But you backed away, and then you didn't even let the person. You didn't even let him finish. You just walked to the next room. It was like, oh, never mind. Like what? Okay. Anyway, but that's on that. But let's talk about. So recently, I just watched.
Matthew, do you need headphones?
I watched the interview on the Breakfast Club, right, of Centoya Brown Long. So I thought this was a really, really interesting, good interview, and pretty much she just talked about like, you know, like the Breakfast Club asking her questions about her past, her writing the book. She's married. That's why I said Centoya Brown Long. And there was a segment, right, where what I'm going to do is cater it to the honorable mention that comes up, right? So there was a segment when she said she felt like the education system failed her. In a sense where she was acting out in school and whatnot. And the school would kind of just like brush her out. She was too bad, so they just put her behind a screen or suspended her to like take her home or just moved her to another school where you know what I'm saying? And it just took home because then we watched that video. So the honorable mention goes to a man that I guess it was a school, I forgot where it was, but a kid came in with a shotgun with one bullet and one slug or whatnot, and he disarmed the kid, right? And instead of like what most people would probably do was take the gun from the kid when he's disarming it and probably like slam him to the ground, put him aside, call the cops, and just kind of just pin him down to the ground so he doesn't move, and just do like that. And just do that because that's your first instance. Somebody's probably coming in to kill you. I'm not showing compassion.
Right.
But what this one teacher did, which he's actually a coach and a man of color, he took the gun away from him. And then after the other teacher came and took the gun away from the teacher just to kind of like clear it out and move it out the way, he embraced this young gentleman.
And that's what more people need.
So, and the reason why I bring up the whole Centoya Brown, what she was saying is like, yo, I know I was rebellious with my parents, right? But if the school kind of helped me,
she was adopted, rebellious,
right? And she was, and being bullied in school, and because she wasn't the same color as her parents. Right. But if the school took that extra step, the education system took them, was like, what's wrong with you? What's going on with you? Like, why are you acting out? Might have made a difference. You don't know, but would have probably helped. And with this kid that brought in his gun, and it was kind of clear to see that he probably didn't have a true intention to hurt anybody because there was only one slug in that shotgun. Maybe it was just to himself. But at the same time, this teacher disarmed this kid and then embraced him, hugged him, wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, that nigga, he probably was like, he had one bully in mind.
Yeah, probably had one bully in mind, right? But he embraced them. He was like, yo, I'm here for you. I understand. Excuse me. I understand, but I'm here for you. And he went on air. He was like, yo, there was a purpose why I was there. You know what I'm saying? To help this kid out. You know what I'm saying? So now this kid, he's not going to jail. He was also dealing with mental issues and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he only got 36 months of probation, because he didn't hurt nobody. But it's still like, yo, the education system, the justice system. They should
also put that kid on like a therapy and shit.
No, he is. He's doing the whole nine. But the justice system, the education system fails us every fucking day, man. You know what I'm saying? It takes that one person sometimes. You know what I mean? So the honorable mention goes to him. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. I'll probably come back and I'll find it and say it. But
show some love in the post.
That was just dope. And but with the whole thing with Centoya Brown, I say that to say this, right? So I used to work at a school, right? And I'm not gonna lie. I stopped working there because these kids are fucking bad. They have no respect for adults. I blame that on the generation. I blame it on 6ix9ine.
No, I blame it on kids.
Because all the kids are running through the fucking hallways. Trey, what? Running. I blame it on them. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, right? I had an incident. There was this kid, I'm not gonna say his name, and he lashed out. Would not listen. And this kid was like, this was the first incident I had that got me out of my character. And this is where I felt like maybe this is not the best job for me. And then somebody reiterated, like, no, you're the perfect person for this job, right? But besides the point, and I was like, yo, this kid actually got me to where I was about to, I was about to steal on this kid, like on some real shit. And this is a middle school, right? But this is what I did, though. I was like, all right. So I pulled him out of that. Whatever, and at this point, I hated this kid. I straight up hated him. I don't give a fuck. I hated this kid. So I pulled him out, right? And I was like,
you know who you are, kid,
right? And then I pulled him out, and then I put him to the hallway, and I just chilled with him so he could calm. I was like, yo, just chill here, calm down. Usually I just be like, yo, just sit your ass down, calm down. I'm not dealing. Like, no, nigga,
right.
No.
And that's that dismissive energy that kids can pick up on.
Dismissive energy. I wasn't. You know what I mean? But this is what I did. I don't know why something told me. I was like, let me just talk to this kid. You know? Usually, nigga, no. fuck you.
Over
You
the
pissed
hell.
me off. You know what I'm saying? But I talked to him and I was like, yo, bro, like you were actually doing good at one point. What is wrong with you? Dismissive, kind of just, nah, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, bro, just talk to him. It's just me and you in this hallway right now. Like, I know you don't know me. I know you don't like me. I don't like you. But you know what? We here. What's
When
going
you reach
on?
that common ground with somebody, like, I don't like you, you
You
don't like me.
Like, I kept
Let's
it
just
up.
talk about this,
I felt
right?
like,
Oh, we do have things in common.
and this, and the reason why I say that part, because probably people listen to this like, damn, you did not tell that kid this. No, I did. And that's
I
why.
used to tell my brother that all the time. Like,
Right.
I don't fucking like you, but I love you, nigga.
Right. But the reason why I say that is because what I said in the comment earlier when somebody was like, no, you're actually perfect for this job. Because you came down to his level and you're not afraid to keep it 100 with these kids. They need that realness. Nobody being fake in their face, none of that. I told that kid, I was like, yo, I know you don't like me. I don't like you. But what the fuck is going on? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting out? You didn't need to do that. You were actually doing good. And then that's when I found out. And it was more so he had home issues. He was pissed that his mom is dating somebody close to his older brother's age. And, you know, she was just pregnant and, you know what I mean? Just last year, I'm not going to put the whole thing out, but he actually had home. And then we actually had a connection and we talked. And then after that point, he actually was okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I'm trying to say is
to you more.
yeah,
Like,
right. But the problem is he ended up getting kicked out of the program because it was just that bad of a situation. Yeah. But if he stayed, he probably would have been good. But we had that connection right there, and I was just like, damn, bro. Like these kids, like people go through shit, and they can't lash out at home. They can't lash out on the person they want to, so they go to school and do it. So if the education system and take a little extra time for these kids instead of kicking them out and expelling them. Now I'm not saying because we also had a situation where these kids should be suspended and they keep them in school because they want to keep the numbers. But it's also like, no, put them in a room, talk to them, see what's going on, build a room where they can just,
what happened
you know what I'm saying?
Suspension?
They have that.
Oh,
they have that. Yeah, they still have it. But
used to stay in
but the this nigga used to stay in there. This nigga on the other end.
That's where you get most of your work done.
Right. But I also feel like that's a problem too. Like
This nigga skipped 3 grades in there.
right. But you know what I do appreciate what's going on now? It's that they're not I forgot, maybe it's in New York. They're not having in-house suspension anymore. They're taking these kids and then putting them into like mental health classes or mental health like situation. So instead of in-house suspension, it's called, no, you need a mental health day. We're going to suspend you or whatever and put you in that room and you're going to talk to somebody. You're going to get it right. I like that. In-house suspension, you just sit there and get your work done. All right, that's great. But nobody's talking to that kid. He's still gonna have issues. So I don't mean to ramble on too much, but I just figured like within this honorable mention in Santoya Brown, there's a lot of stuff that can be avoided. You know what I mean with these children.
I do like as we were talking about this, like when she was like we were talking about like her husband, and her husband was like, yo, like God told me that was gonna be my wife, and like he said that. How they started talking, I guess like a lot of people think that he was just there for like the publicity and stuff like that.
Or he came after. Apparently, he was talking to her for years.
He was talking to her for years before that, and he said that he seen the story, and he would tell her like, yo, you're gonna get out in this date, and she did get out. He just spoke into existence, like her getting out of jail,
right?
And all that stuff, and that's dope, man. To find, even though it's weird when girls find love in jail,
yeah.
When
as soon as I seen that nigga came in line, I was like, this nigga plotting.
When girls get jail booze and shit.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You never seen like them girls? They be dating niggas that are in jail. Mm-hmm. That shit weird, nigga.
Yeah.
You that fucked up that you got to date a nigga that got a bedtime.
This nigga
He ain't
stupid.
You don't know that, nigga. You
Goddamn
you could be in there
47.
sucking Big Bob's dick.
Oh, he went there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, why you gonna bring up cock sandwich, man? That's disgusting.
Oh my god! But you know what?
Get mad butt pussy in there.
Oh my god! But I do like like that portion of it because it wasn't even the fact of what it was, right? If you watched it, and so some people heard it. I watched the interview,
I did too.
And what got me in that spot was her face. So when everybody talk, like people, like if you know anything about me, I watch body language. I don't care. Like you could tell me shit. I'm watching how you say it. And when as soon as they brought up her husband, her face lit the fuck up, bro. Like, this woman loves that man. And I was like, yo, to see somebody that was been locked up for so long, gone through so much, this man was able to come in her life, being abused by men her whole life.
Yeah.
And this man was able to come into her life and change all of that.
No, but-
I mean, granted, she got
100%, yeah.
therapy and all that. I'm sure she was a lot better with men. But she came in, yo, as soon as they mentioned, yo, how did you get married? Nigga. Facebook, Charlamagne called. He was like, damn, like, I talked about your husband. You glowing. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yo, like, this man, like, saved me. And, you know, I was just like, yo, that's amazing.
Even so much
Amazing.
as that, right? It's like, dog, like, even like her story, bro, from like her, like the cops not treating her fairly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The cops knowing that she's underage.
Yeah.
And still talking to
That's
her.
that
and
Central
taking her-
Park
and
5 shit,
taking
man.
Taking her. She did lie about her age since she was 19.
Yeah.
And when they find out, they still took her statement and used it in a court of law.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, no, she should be tried.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Even so much as like, yeah, I mean, just shit, like simple shit. Like, it was just like,
Right.
Like, dog, she shouldn't have got that many years. The dude was about to have sex with an underage girl.
Right, and they were trying to say like,
general.
"Oh, she wanted it. She wanted." No, nigga. And I like what she said. No woman, no girl. She wasn't even a woman then. No girl wants it before that point. You know what I'm saying? And in that
And
sense,
she didn't realize she was being pimped. at the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
And
She was being manipulated.
And she seemed remorseful about killing the man.
Yeah,
You know
she
what I'm
did. She
saying? Like,
apologized to the victim's family.
Like she
Oh, nice.
seemed remorseful. It doesn't seem like, yeah, I got off of that shit. I mean,
Body language, man.
Her presence screams like, yo, like in totality, the situation's just fucked up.
Right.
And I'm sorry.
Right. But I also
But
did.
I also don't feel like I should have spent that many years in jail for that.
Right. But I also like her body language in the sense of those you see like she was a victim, though she was sorry and she apologized to the victim's family. You can tell she was like, no, I haven't reached out. They haven't reached out to me. But she was like, if they want to, then great.
Yeah.
Somebody like a person that's still fucked up mentally and dealing with that would be like, I want to. Like, I want to.
Yeah.
Yo, you can tell her center, her energy, she's good.
Yeah.
Like, she's been through so much. She was in solitary confinement for 2 years, right? It was like from
I don't
no, she was 16ish at the time. She was in solitary confinement for 2 years till she was 18. Fucked up her
Solitary
mental.
confinement is an issue, too.
She was like, she
So-
fucked up her mental, right? But you could tell like she was just good. Like, she was like, yeah, she's like, if they want to talk to me, I'll talk to them. She's like, I apologize to them, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But the way she talked, the way she presented herself, like, she's been through this. She's like, yo, I'm good. Like, I know what happened was wrong. I paid for my mistakes in her sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just really appreciated how
Imagine being
she
in a
became a
cell for
woman and just
24
being
hours out
herself.
the day. You only get 1 hour of like
Hey man,
Right time.
my little brother's in it right now. It's just
that shit. Is just
yeah, it's just fucked up.
let's keep it moving, bro. I'm just thinking about having
Yeah.
the emotion of like being so like I let's just get it. So recently, like the other day, I was talking to Carla and I was telling her like, yo, like I know I'm getting like a depressive episode. She's like, how? I was like, yo, if you see my room right now, it's dirty as fuck. And if you look at any depressive people, like that's the first thing to go. It's like your room, and then it trickles down to other things in your life, like not enough food in the refrigerator, or you sleeping more than normal, or you know what I'm saying. That's like I knew
Those are
that I was
signs,
starting
those
to
are
get
traits.
depressed because it wasn't like my room is messy because I have a lot of clothes. You know what I mean? But it's not dirty, and my room was dirty, and I'm like, nah, my bed sheets were halfway on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Especially
yo, like,
if you're doing stuff out of the norm
I
that
think
you usually
I'm getting
do.
depressed. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, it dawned on me because I'm like, yo, what? Like, I'm taking showers and stuff because I know when I'm on my full depressive episodes, I'm not taking showers. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I haven't felt that way since I was a kid, like maybe like 18. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't have anything to do. Yeah, I mean, all day when I stayed home all day and just didn't do anything, drank soda and got fat as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But when I realized what was happening, it instantly triggered that thought of like, yo, this is getting too far. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
And that just triggered that thought because of like just
No,
being solitary confinement
and I love that because I feel like people need to know the signs. People
Yeah.
don't know the signs.
locking
And it's
yourself away in your room and
Right. So you know certain signs, and it's crazy that you mentioned that. It's like that's how you know you're more aware. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been through the shit, and you're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy. Because
I'm not gonna front. I think I already like once I said it, I pinpoint what it was. This whole week I couldn't work out, and them dopamines been helping me. You know what I mean? Like
right, you working out,
helping me like stay clear of other shit.
Right.
And I couldn't work out for the whole week because of my schedule change. And then I had that health problem. You know what I'm saying? That shit. And I'm like, yo, like, dog, I'm fucking my body up. I'm not working out to even counteract this shit.
Right.
And then And I'm like, yo, like, just that personal shit with family members. It's like, yo, like, this is, but like, I'm like, all right, I understand it. How do I fix it?
Right.
Tomorrow I'm cleaning my fucking room.
But you know what? And you know what though? I mean, not to give credit, I don't know, but I give a lot of that credit from to your therapist or your psychologist. And the reason why,
in a while though.
No, that's fine. But your I mean, I would assume because it worked for me. It was like they opened your mind to a lot to be more aware. See, and that's why I tell Black people especially, yo, go seek that help. Go talk to somebody. And because I did. And the reason, and I love the way you said, the fact that you said that, because when I went to my psychologist, she diagnosed me with seasonal depression. So in a sense of like, so now that I know that, I go into seasons more aware now. And the fact that you said that, that's exactly what
start changing. Like
so everything you just said, I'm going through that as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's real that you say that, because granted my room's not dirty. Like I tend to like keep my room clean regardless. But when it
might be the only thing you can control at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing that goes away from me, I keep to myself. When I'm going through shit, like I just stay. My misery doesn't like company. You know what I'm saying? So me. Before back then, I'd be like, yo, just leave me alone. And I don't do it. Now that I'm aware, I have to get out of it myself. What I do, I turn my brain off. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of not, because I overthink, and that brings me down to depression. But seasonal depression, like I'll stay to myself to my room, like I just want to be alone till I can. But now that I'm aware that I know I have to do certain shit to get out of it. So, but if I didn't know that, I'd be back where I was at in 2010, 11. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm aware, it's like, okay, what helped me get out of that? What helped me get out of my depression? It was like, I got more sun. I got out. I left. Yep. I got out. Like I went walking. I went and got a coffee. I started I did a seasonal. I changed out my closet. I gave away mad clothes, and I revamped my whole closet. That I started getting into fashion. So what I tell people,
change your room around.
You gotta do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's like I'm going through it, but now I'm aware, and I like how you said it, because I'm with you. Like we know it's
how
like
to counteract those things.
Right. I was like, yes, I'm getting to that point. So what do I got to do? Do I do the same thing I did last time, or do I do something else? What can I do? You just got to get out. So I like how you said that, and it's real. People got to be. So go seek help. Mental health is important.
Most people don't understand themselves, which they can't understand how to maneuver certain feelings. I do a good job at talking to myself, understanding and trying to figure out why that made me feel that way.
Right.
Like when I told you about when we had this conversation, like I have an issue when I level with somebody, and then they shit on me when I level with them. I didn't need to level with you. I did it because I'm trying to be a good person to you. Then you shit on me. All right, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I can live in the space of not fucking with you. I can have fun in that space. Nobody can be an asshole better than me.
Right.
Woo! But when I level with you and you shit on me, then I flip.
Yeah, because you didn't have to go
I gave you a piece of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I expect you.
Or you just got out of your element.
I got out of my element to extend the hand.
Exactly.
And then you spit in my fucking hand. Now it's like, all right, fuck you then.
Now it's 100.
I'm gonna have to smack you with that hand.
Yeah. Now it's that gradual escalation. No, I just jumped to 100.
Yeah, like Mario.
Exactly.
Bling. I think that's Sonic.
Yeah, yo, bro, figure out yourself before you figure out anything else.
And if you have to go seek help to do it, don't be, because I only seeked help just to get out that depression. I didn't know myself. I was like, yo, lady, I'm fucked up. I need you to tell me what the fuck's going on. And then from there, I was able to learn a lot about myself. And it's crazy because I even had a conversation with my mom, and not to trail off a little bit, but it's weird as fuck.
Keep going.
No, it's good. I had a heart-to-heart with my mom yesterday. You never really know yourself until you know your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta know where you come
which is
from.
I see certain things. Oh, go ahead. Finish.
No, all I was gonna say, it was really like, it just fucked me up because, all right, so my mom was trying to get me to meet my father's side of the family, right? And I remember I was on the phone with her. I was like, yo, mom, Mom, no offense, I don't care. Like, I don't need to. It was like, well, I reached out to them because I feel like it's my responsibility. I was like, no, Mom, like, if they want to have a relationship with me, let them reach out. Like, that's not on to you.
The amount of fucking you do.
Mind your business. Mind your business. All right. Then we just say black people should mind their business. But no, on some real shit, she was like, no. And then we talked. She was like, well, we started a conversation and they haven't reached out then or whatever, right? And then she was like, oh, it was your father that gave me their number. And I was like, yeah, but he didn't do the step. He should have contacted them to reach. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you're trying to do this. Don't worry about it.
So you know your dad?
No, I don't know him.
Okay.
Well, she knows. She talks to him. I don't know. But here's where I'm trying to get to.
On him? I'm down.
Oh shit! At one point, I did. I was really angry with him until I learned the truth. But the thing is, what I will say is that when we had the heart to heart, it was more like my mom was telling me a lot of shit about him. And she was like, and because before, like, you know, I was talking to her, she was like, you're just like your dad. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like you, all right? And then there was a lot of shit she would say. And it was like, yo, she was, all right, like, say for examples, like he owned his own business at one point. Did not know about this dude. Right. He owned a dry cleaning. And I stopped. I was like, he did? And I was like, at what age? And she was like, probably around 33, 35. If you know me right now, what's my goal right now? I'm trying to open up something. I'm almost 30. You know what I mean? And it was just like, damn. I was like, all right, Mom, keep going. There was a lot of shit. And then I was telling her about other shit. I'm not going to elaborate too much, but I was telling her how I'm not that affectionate and shit like that. And she was like, that's how your father was. And I was just like, damn. So, like, on some real shit, I really didn't care to meet this dude. Didn't really care to meet a lot, like, that side of my family, because I have my family. That's my mom, my sisters, my brother. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my family. That's who raised me. But at the same time, it's like, yo, it's weird because I was like, yo, I don't really need to, like, look up my past family I had no connection with to find out about myself. I know, like, I'll know who I am. And then my mom confirmed, like, no, you don't. There's a lot for you to learn. Like, you are still your father's child.
Even
like,
you came. Even as much as grandparents.
Fuck,
like,
yeah,
you
grandparents
get,
too.
Like, certain shit from grandparents. And I don't know any of my grandfathers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't even be like, yo, like, oh, I get that from that person. You know what I'm saying? You just don't even know. Even down to your genetics. Yeah, what like sicknesses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit. It's
like,
just it's weird.
It's weird, man. Like, it fucked me up yesterday. I didn't go
I tell you,
out.
I just said it in the podcast.
like,
dog, I got my mom's heart and my dad's mind. And those shit's clash because they're two different things.
Yo, I hate this nigga. That's exactly what I said. I was like, Mom, I have your heart and I have this nigga's traits. And they fucking clash My mom has such a good fucking heart.
Yeah, my mom is a good person. Not that my dad's not a good person. Right. He just don't give a fuck about what he don't give a fuck about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My dog is just my dog. My dad, no, not a dad. My father is definitely just like, he's just, all right, he's very nonchalant. He doesn't care about shit. He's not a dick. I don't know. I mean, from what I'm assuming from my mom.
He just disassociates with a lot of things.
Right. And that's how, and I have those traits. Like, I told her, like, if you don't reach out to me, I won't reach out to you. And it's not a disrespect to anybody, or like, I still fuck with you. I got friends to this day I don't talk to for 2 years. As soon as we talk, we just pick up. It's like, there's no discredit to that. It's just that I'm just not that type of person to reach out, because I'm always just, like, you know what I'm saying? But if you need me, I'm there in a heartbeat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I have those traits, and it always like people got on me for that, and I'm just like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But I have my mom's heart too, so it's always clashing. But
always, bro, and it kills me. I know we've been going on for this.
Right, I'm about to like switch.
No, we've been going on for a minute, but that's another thing. Figure out your family and your generational curses. You're like, all those ins and outs about your family, nigga. Like those, like, dog. I was just talking to Carla about like, was it Carla or was it V? I forgot. We was talking about I was talking to V, and I was telling her like, yo, like, about how I am now and how jaded I am to the world. And I was like, you know what it was? Is that I had to be, like, not that I had to take care of, like, I had to take care of my brothers, but my mom made me into a man too early.
Oh, yeah.
I understood shit that I shouldn't understand as a kid.
Yeah, I was already a man at like 10.
Like, yeah, I'm saying, like, she would ask me questions to help her out, try to get past certain things. I knew things that my aunts did. I knew things that my uncles did.
Yeah, you said that.
That I shouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? I understood. My mom would tell me that I would watch like 30 for 30s and shit like that as a child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting this information, and as a child, you don't really know how to like, you know what I'm saying? Process things. All you know is you have that information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was crazy because every black man or black kid has a turning point when they become a man. For me, I feel like there was numerous points that I feel like I became a man, but to me, like one of the most important ones was when I see my mom cry.
Yeah. Yes.
That was one of the turning points where I was like, I got to do something. I don't know. I can't get a job right now. I'm only like 11, 12, but I got to do something. I got to take care of my mom because that woman right there doesn't deserve to cry. You see what I'm saying? That was where it was like I was running around like being a kid, and I knocked on my mom's door by accident, and she was on her knees praying, and she was just like bawling, bro. She was like, "Oh no, get out, I'll be out in a minute." And I seen that woman cry. I was like, "Yo, bro, I need to be a man right now because I need to
not be able to pay the light bill and shit." Like, yo,
right,
like, dog,
we were going through it.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Yo, I got to be a man." And then she would give me, and it's crazy because I remember she used to give me allowance, right? My little brother would run to the store, buy chips, buy candy, boom, boom, boom. He would get like $10. I would get 20 because I was a little older, and she would give me the 20. I always said like, all right, and I just put it back in the bank. You know what I mean? She was like, yo, just hold on to it, put it in the bank. So she would go and put the money in the bank for me. At a certain point, it came up to be like $5,000. Right? And she was like, what do you, and it was funny. She was like, what do you do with your money? I was like, nothing. I just save it. And then that money, like but to me, in my head, I was using it in a sense. And that's why I feel like I found out my purpose in a way too, because in my head, that wasn't my allowance. I was using that as a way for her to save. You know what I'm saying? Granted, my sister took the money and did what she did. Unfortunately, it backfired because she needed money and then my mom didn't know. And I was like, me taking care of people. I'm like, yeah, as long as you give it back. That didn't happen. But what I'm trying to say is like, yo, I didn't need the money. I had it. Like, granted, we were struggling. I was good. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, she's going to need this money eventually. You know what I'm saying? And that's why. So, like, I became a man at that point, bro. Like,
I don't know how we got here, but
I don't know.
It was a good talk.
Real good talk. Well, before we end this sad shit, let's just do a quick RIP moment of silence to the boxer Patrick Day.
Yes.
So he died from brain injuries from 4 days after losing a fight to a knockout, unfortunately. Yeah, moment of silence real quick. All right, thank you. So let's just get it. We wanted to get that out of the way. RIP to that brother right there. Yes. And I'm I used to be more of a boxing fan. Now I'm getting into MMA. Mm-hmm. You've been introducing to me. But I know you wanted to mention about the fact about Wilder, right?
Yeah, it's like, and it's just a quick thing. It's just like, this is the reality of what Wilder said. Mm-hmm. But Wilder would be like, I want to catch a body in the ring. You know what I mean? And like, I want to kill someone in the ring. Like, this is the reality. That's why people was mad at him. Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? I get it. You're selling a fight. Mm-hmm. He might not really want to kill somebody in the ring. But this is a really reality of a blood sport. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The fatal knockouts. And you know what I mean? And you know the dude that knocked him out, they didn't really want to kill him. Or like, they're trying to get a check, bro. Mm-hmm. And this is a sport that they love. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure, like, not that he wanted to die, but he's doing something he loved. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it sucks, bro. And it really sucks. I just wanted to highlight that, like, yo, like, I hope that Wilder seen that and was like, yeah, all right, maybe I need to chill out with saying that.
Yeah, it's all talk until it really happens.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It really happens. But real quick, another RIP to Atatiana. I don't know. You pronounce this for me. Wait, from Jefferson. Atatiana. I would hope so.
Atatiana.
Yeah. Atatiana. No.
Atatiana.
Yes. Atatiana. Sorry, we're hacking you.
This
Queen.
is the result of.
Yeah, but anyway, Atatiana, whatever, Jefferson. She, RIP to her. Quick moment of silence for her, real quick. Thank you. She was the lady that passed got killed in the shooting by the cop. And she was babysitting, I believe, yes. And she got shot through the window from the cop. Yes. So I don't know what's going on with the police. I know this story's still developing, so we're gonna keep following it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep following. So right now, I think he resigned, the police officer, before they could fire him.
Yeah.
It's all on body cam. We'll see how we'll keep up with the story. We
won't elaborate too much because we want the full. We want to give you everything. But
I'm not a prosecutor. But my first question would be in that court is, what is the rule of engagement? What is that protocol?
Right.
Because There was no protocol in that video.
Yeah, it
It's like,
was.
yo, you get a call, like, and this door's been open. Can you guys come check this out? You get there, you tell a person, hey, put your hands up through the window, or I'm gonna shoot. And shoot 3 seconds later.
Bro. Was she pulling out a gun at that
First
point?
of all,
There's no way.
I don't know if the window was open, right?
Right.
And so to say that the person can clearly hear your orders through a window. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't make sense, man.
Did you at least first of all, the motherfucker said the door is open, correct?
Wow.
Why don't you go through the door? Why did you go through the window?
There's one lady and a child there. I mean, not to say that there's some crazy women out
Now, what
there
if they
that be a
would've killed the
threat,
child?
but
Thank you.
you feel what I'm saying?
What if that was the child in the window?
What if
and
she
they
was
could not-
What if she was holding the child?
You feel what I'm saying? I feel like cops just need to do a better job at assessing the situation, bro. Like,
They need to go
you
through
first of all, you
the
need to
training.
assess the situation.
Exactly.
You didn't even assess.
What is the training like when you're coming out of the academy? Because this is what's going on, right? Is where they're showing complete disregard for procedure. Like you said, you were called to come to this home that the door is open of. All right, cool. I'm not going to say go walk right through all
Right.
nonchalant. No.
But a quick,
Right.
you will hear this
Some-
before a window screaming, "Put your hands up!"
Thank you.
Like,
I'm
no.
going to look at you through this window that I'm pretty sure the blinds or curtains or whatever, and I'm trying to depict and read your lips as to what the fuck you're saying.
Right.
But
Doesn't
if
make
I
sense.
don't, well, let's say my back's to the window, right? My first thought is somebody yelling, "Put your hands up" through a window, right? I don't. If
I don't
I'm in my
fucking know.
home not doing anything,
Right.
I don't expect it to be towards me. You know what I'm saying?
You minding your business. There we go.
Oh, so
Key
there's a
word.
magic
Key
phrase.
word.
Yeah, I'm
Mind
yeah,
your business.
I'm in the house minding my business, not bothering anybody, and somebody else put their hands up through a window, right? My first instinct is to look around and see where it's coming from.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like, yo,
what the
who's saying that?
Yeah,
fuck,
because
the
it could
TV
be
on too
it
loud,
could be
like-
outside,
Right. And we
which
gonna
they
be
are
nosy.
outside.
When we gonna be
it could be
nosy, we'll
it could
put
be
the
somebody
blind
that doesn't
down.
belong to me.
Thank you.
You think I'm just gonna be like this? Huh? You know what I mean? Like,
Minding your
no.
business. And another
wait,
thing-
I'm in my fucking house.
Right.
Who the fuck is telling
And
me?
what's crazy though, it sucks because I have plenty of cop friends, and it's cops like that make this shit difficult for them, and I feel so bad talking about it because I have great cop friends and they really follow procedure and they're really good guys, you know, and good women. You know what I'm saying? But it's cops like this that just ruin it for the rest of them, man. And I'm really, really sorry for them. But it's like he should have followed procedure a lot better. Should have assessed the situation. Just like they need to be having stricter gun laws, they need to be having stricter people that can be entering the academy or getting out of the academy. You know
And
what
it's
I'm
like,
saying?
dog, you became a police officer. You knew what you were getting yourself into. You need to be more poised.
Ooh.
You should be over here instead of being 100 on all the
And
time.
I don't understand, right?
More
We
poised.
hold my biggest thing. We gotta look at America, right? And ask ourselves, why do we hold civilians at a higher regard than people that took an oath?
Talk about it.
That makes no
I think
sense.
we just figured out the title.
I love it.
Makes no sense to me.
Right.
You took an oath to be a police officer, right? And a public servant. You should be held to a higher standard.
Public servant.
And you should be punished more when you don't meet that.
Of course.
Thank you.
And what you're saying is what it is, but it doesn't get treated that way.
Yeah, actually,
It's
it's
a
more
fail. It's a
because
fail of the justice system, like we
Thank
just
you.
said.
you get
Where
more
is
leniency.
internal affairs?
You get more. That cops investigating cops, bro. That makes no sense. Nobody. There is never. OSHA when they investigate a situation. They're not a building company. That's like fucking. That's like a one building company investigating another building company. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes no sense.
This is what they said was in place to do that job. What that we're asking is to
Wow,
go
man.
and cross-examine them as
Wow.
if.
Right.
Makes no sense.
But speaking of,
But that just sounds like a counseling
mining
situation.
business and everything, let's segue a little bit. So you said LeBron should have kind of minded his business in this,
Yeah.
but you understand where he was coming from, right? So elaborate, brother.
Daaaammmnnn, I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's a GM or like a high, whatever
Executive
in
of the Houston Rockets team.
of the Houston Rockets. So I don't know exactly what's going on in China. What I'm assuming is there's a revolution in China between Hong Kong and the mainland, right? And things are getting fucked up over there. Who owns our debt? China. Who is a big chain in the NBA? China.
Yeah, you said they own how many?
Yeah. They own like 17. They count for like 17%
Revenue.
of revenue.
Yeah, there you go.
For the NBA. Daryl Morey tweeted out in support of Hong Kong. Now China's pulling out of everything. I'm not going to say they're pulling out everything. I don't think they're pulling out everything in the U.S., but as far as the NBA, they pulling out. You know what I mean? They pull out more than I do. You know what I'm saying? That's around. It's a joke, people. It's a joke.
Snap.
It's a joke, people.
You don't pull out, but it's okay. Go ahead.
It's a joke. Well, don't put that out there. So in that sense, right? LeBron says you shouldn't talk about things that you LeBron in talking about him. You shouldn't talk about things that you don't know
Anything about?
Yeah, you don't know anything about, right? So people are calling LeBron a hypocrite because all he does is fight for injustices. And he fights injustice. And you know, Martin Luther's famous quote is, "An injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere," or something like that, right? And they're trying to hold him accountable, like, yo, you can't do that, da. And I was listening to Sean Ray's podcast and stuff like that, and it was talking about LeBron didn't realize that he didn't care until it affected his money.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it affected the NBA's money. Then, where does LeBron's sneakers get made? China.
Let's talk about it.
China. Where does, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it.
Most businesses is through China.
Yeah. That's why we're having such a battle with them right now.
A 14-year-old, a 10-year-old boy is making your sneakers in a sweat factory.
Donald Trump, he's the president. He's still getting shit made out in China. Let's
You know
be
what I'm
real.
saying? So my thought is like, yo, we have selective morality, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's not okay for you to act like you don't. That's the issue for me. That's where you become a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? When you act like you don't have selective morality. I don't give a fuck what happens with China. And I don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck, and I do give a fuck. Right? Is it sad that they're going through what they're going through? Yes. That sucks. And I hope it gets better. But that's where it stops. I care about people that look like me getting killed by police officers. I care about my bottom line. I have to go to work every day and make money
until
to support
it affects you.
Until it affects me
personally.
But I understand that, and I'm okay standing on that principle. I don't expect white people to care about my issues.
Right.
I don't expect Spanish people to care about my issues. You know what I'm saying? I care about the people that I love. You know what I'm saying? And if I have room to care about other things, that's fine. But to act like I need to, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And where the issue becomes is when you make it your business of everybody else's business. You know what I'm saying?
This is exactly what we were talking about the N-word when white people were talking about Gina Rodriguez, nigga. This does not, the N-word does not affect you. Mind your business.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, like, even in the U.S., we got a lot of shit happening over here. We need to fix this shit.
Hell before we can help anybody else.
Some other shit.
Yeah.
For real. And go over there with
the setting up the misconception for them to not understand.
And I don't like talking like this, but China don't give a fuck about black kids getting killed in the U.S.
I don't know.
They don't give a fuck. When
if you can dunk the ball, they'll give a fuck.
Yeah. When the last time you seen a Chinese person be like, yo, stop killing black people? I ain't never seen China stood up for that. Is it wrong that we don't care enough? Maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe, but
yeah, maybe. But to go back and say like human beings are selfish in nature. We know this about ourselves. So why are we so surprised when it rears its head? because we put on a mask like we care. We false fantasies about being this one and being so like, no, we don't fucking care. We don't care about things that are not in proximity to us. And also it's okay to care about like niggas like, and this is another thing for Charlamagne's podcast. Man, I don't like bringing up other people's shit, but it's okay for you to care about polar bears and only polar bears. It's okay for you to only give a fuck about the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's your area of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Your selective morality, all that, it's fine. But just don't act like that's not it.
It's crazy. I was literally, I was trying to look it up. I didn't find it in time, but I took an ethics class, and they were really talking about like pretty much like patriotism, like or like the types of people that are in it. Like, what are your ethics? What are your core ethics as a person? And it ranged from a lot, but the way like Udi's speaking, it's like, yo, I want to say maybe like I can't find it, but quote me if I'm wrong. If somebody's more ethical, but it's like that's more patriotism. Like we care about, or he cares about, or I do too. I'm not gonna lie. What happens around you first?
Yes.
Take care of your home first, and then you can worry about
inner city youth.
Yes, care about us first before you start dabbling in other shit. You know what I'm saying? So
when you start bringing on world problems, and and your backyard's not clean.
Yeah, this makes no fucking
like,
sense.
How can you care? Like that's like, all right. That's like me looking over. That's like my backyard being dirty as fuck, and me looking over the fence and be like, "Hey man, you want me to come over and help you clean up your backyard?"
Meanwhile, your shit's all fucked up.
Meanwhile, your shit's all fucked up. That makes no sense.
But what's crazy is America been doing it for years, man. I mean, and I don't know how it works, but we're still one of the strongest fucking countries out. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say though, before we kind of wrap it up, is like it's unfortunate is that no matter how like business is on the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about the whole 6ix9ine deal. Yo, ethics. People don't give a fuck about ethics no more. There's no more code.
There really shouldn't be any ethics in business.
There really isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, it's dope if you could keep your morality, but no billionaire has become a billionaire without stepping on the necks of somebody.
Yo, that's facts. There's no ethical thing in business. You know, I mean, I'm in school for business, and like I'm looking at this shit. Like, you know,
it's
what
all
I'm saying?
about getting into it. It's all about being first.
Yep.
And doing it better.
And making the most money even if somebody else like fucks up on it. So let's just wrap it up in a sense. Let's just talk about the last stuff. So we're not going to talk about music this week, but let's get into some shows. Let's end it off in a good note. And one of the shows we didn't talk about just yet because we wanted to develop and have more to talk about was the Wu-Tang series.
Yes.
So I think what's it called? The American Saga.
American Saga Wu-Tang.
So just real quick to start it out, yo, I love this fucking show.
Yo, love it.
Love this fucking show, bro.
Every
like I can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of it. Even though there's some acting that's, you know what I'm saying?
Acting? I want to know.
You want to start this right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Facts.
I'm sorry, Dave East. He does not play a good Method Man. I think I will say he's getting better. Now the recent episodes I've seen, he's getting better. But when he first started, I was like, yo, I get it. But see, coming from a state, like I don't call myself like a full blown actor. Like I'm dabbling into it. I'm trying to get into it more. Yeah. But what I will say is that if you talk to other actors and everything like that, what they say is when you get into a character, you are that character. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? So when you reading the script, you have to check out the mannerisms of that character. So to me, it's like the way Dave East is playing is like he picked up the script, read it. Okay, I just have to play a rapper, which is Method Man. So I'm gonna play a rapper, and he sounds like Dave East when he's rapping. And you know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, yo, if I were to play Method Man, which I know I don't whatever, I'm going to be Method Man on that show. I'm gonna have the demeanor. I'm gonna have the flow. I will invest. When you play a role, you have to invest your full on time to be. And I feel like Dave East hasn't. He's getting better. I just feel like he's lacking a little bit.
To me, who does the best to you? I think we're gonna say the same person.
To me personally, it's the main character, RZA, and also I was gonna say Ray.
Never mind.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, nah, he does. Yeah, never mind.
I feel like that's fucking ODB.
I forgot. Yeah, ODB hands down. Ashon. whatever.
Sean, yeah.
A Sean, yo, he be like, yo, he got the
Cool, short.
Whoa, sure, with the extra
Exactly,
gold,
bro.
Yeah.
It
You ain't
seems like
lying.
him, dog.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like. I love when he's on screen.
Yes,
Like
I love it.
like it's legit. Like makes me like.
And if you know ODB, he really don't give a fuck. So half of the shit, there was one scene.
R.I.P.
he did-
to him, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. There was one scene when RZA, whatever, was trying to the clothing designer, whatever, was like,
yeah.
yo, what jacket do you want to wear? He was like, yo, what happened to the army fatigue one? He's like, I think your backup dancer has it. And you see ODB in the background, and then RZA goes like, yo, that's my jacket. He's like, no, son, it's my jacket now. Bro, it's like, yo, this nigga, yo, I was like, but
You said
ODB
I
was
look
like
better
that.
than this shit,
Yeah, I look
nigga.
better than this shit than you,
Yeah.
nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, he got that. But that's full commitment to a role,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
Like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Make it believable. You're playing historical people in
Yeah.
hip hop. Like,
Alright.
like, do it right. So Davies doesn't do it, but I do love the show. I'm not
Wait,
gonna
hold
come.
on. I just gotta ask a quick question. How far is he off from acting like Method Man?
I mean, he
You don't watch the show?
No, I watched the show. That's why I'm asking you this question.
That's why I'm
Because-
not too hard on him. They're both New York niggas, so it's not that hard. But I feel like he can.
He can do a little
display
better.
a little bit more.
That's it.
But I
That's
think
all.
it's one of those things where he's a hood nigga, so it might be. I don't know if it's corny for him to like really immerse himself.
I don't think
Or-
it has anything to do with that at all.
Yeah, you know, maybe the hood, maybe the.
Maybe Method Man was like that before.
Thank you. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to
I
allude
guess,
to.
I
You have to
guess.
understand who Method Man was a person. Cliff, that nigga was low key. Yeah, he was around hood shit.
That
but he
part-
didn't.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I
but
know.
he was a gangster.
He-
I'm not talking about
he was
that.
well aware, but he never not to say he never partake, but he found ways to not get in the mess.
I'm not talking about that. I know that. That was the storyline is great. I'm just saying the way he moves, the way like the demeanor is like to me. All right, say for instance, RZA, right, the main character. If you look at RZA, if you see how RZA sits and kind of like he's very just kind of like to himself and he just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Or like look at Raekwon, right, the one that plays. He's very.
Shamik does a really good job.
He does
He's
a
doing
good
a
job.
very good
because
job.
people like because if you look, I watched an interview with Raekwon and he kind of he's like, you know what I'm saying, but like
He said I call Raekwon and like
That's the work.
I'll say the line to him. And
That's-
he'll be like, no, you should say it like this. This is how I say it.
That's the work. That's what I'm saying. Coming from a mindset of an Eric, that's what you do. I don't know. I know Method Man is one of the producers or exec producers. I don't know how far Davies went and talked to Method Man, but I'm just saying. Okay, granted, I'm still able to watch the show. If it was that terrible, I probably wouldn't be able to watch it. But
this is a really good show.
it's a really good show. But I'm just saying, it's just like Udi said, just a little bit more effort, like doing certain, like the way you walk, just a little bit more effort. But like RZA, he'd be like, yo, like that's RZA. Shamik, come on, son, you know that's Raekwon. You know what I'm saying? Like A-Sean, yo,
right,
boy,
bet,
look,
bet, bet.
you feel what
All
I'm
right,
trying to
cool.
say?
So
You feel what I'm trying to say?
so
That's
my-
all.
So my
That's all.
question to you is, how's the dude doing who's playing Ghostface Killer?
Oh, good. I like it.
Yeah, so at first I was a little upset, but your homeboy that did Messi's video, he was like, "Yo, they're showing Ghostface way before. I don't know Ghostface, but he was like, he wasn't Pretty Tony then. He was. I was like, all right, okay, I got that. So now I'm like, okay, I'm open to that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not letting Davies slide. I'm not doing it.
I like this Raekwon. You know what I mean? Like
I like the Raekwon. I like
all right,
Shamik.
so
No, yeah,
I'm
he's
not.
doing a very
all right,
good
so how
job.
can I explain this? I'm liking his story more. The trials that he has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm loving that shit. Like him and Raekwon having beef. Or from, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like the type of mind state he was in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At that time. The fucking family issues that he has. Both of his brothers having disabilities. And him like, yo, that him feeling like he's being left behind. You know what I'm saying?
real.
It's a good
you know what I'm
story,
saying?
man.
Like, it's the storyline is rich. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with it. Even so, like when it, so like I'm young. I'm not on wu-tang the way that I should have been. You know what I'm saying? I know who they are. And I know most of the names. Like I know the main members, but there's only like two that I had to be like, you God, and like I had to like, all right.
Yeah.
Like I know RZA. Yeah,
Shout out to,
I know RZA, I know
homeboy.
Raekwon, I know Ghost, and I know Method Man, but like I had to, you know what I mean?
Get
So like
back
even in the
into-
beginning, I'm like, who's who? You know what I mean? Because they wasn't saying they still don't even have their names yet. Names that we know.
Yeah. You got
Like, even when-
D-Lover.
his name is D-Lover.
Rakim.
Rakim.
Yeah.
Fucking Shotgun.
Yeah, yep.
Jizz is the only one that's actually Jizza.
yeah.
Actually, no. Jizz is the genius.
Genius. Yes.
that's right.
I was like,
You know
wait a
what I'm
minute.
saying?
No. A Sean.
Hey, Sean. He's
Is
not.
his
He's
real
not.
name,
He's
yeah.
not. He's not ODB
But
yet.
did you see the episode where he was like, he dropped that line,
they
old
all-
dirty bastard? I was like,
They're all
All
right
right, I got
now.
it.
They're all like coming up with their names.
Yeah, you see
like
when
and
he-
you see him like, I like the old lady bastard. He said it.
Yeah, he
and
said
then
it,
RZA,
yeah.
and then RZA's starting to do like the 5% shit. Or 2%,
Yeah,
1% thing. I don't know.
yup.
I don't know what it is.
Right.
So now he's
5%.
understanding what the R means.
Yes.
And like, you know what I mean? So he's coming up with it.
yeah, you can
You know what
see
I'm
the
saying?
development. Like they're
It's
taking
the
time to
developing
develop.
their
It's
names
really
now.
dope. It's really
You know
dope.
what I'm saying? Even
Really
Method
dope.
Man, when he said it in a rap, like the Method Man shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's shotgun still.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Even like, and then when you go back, right? This is the things like, right? When he came out with Rakim, right? I went and watched the real video of him being Rakim.
Yeah, me too.
With that song.
Yeah. It played
You know
it in
what
the
I'm saying?
end, too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Went back and watched that shit. Funny as fuck.
Yup.
Right? And then watching it play out. Then even watching a song with Method Man saying, like, yo, Shotgun's really my real nickname. Like, my mom calls me that. My whole family calls me Shotgun. They don't call me Method Man. They don't call me, like, you know what I mean? They don't call me my real name. That's my real nickname. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck
That's
was
real.
that?
So like, nigga swatting a fly.
It seemed like it was big.
It was
like,
all up in
oh.
your shit too, man. But nah, in all in all, it's a really good series. If you haven't been watching it yet, yo, I really fuck with it. The acting is getting a lot better. I love the story. If you like that too, like I said, and what I love.
Now they're coming out with the. I'm sorry. I know you're. They're coming out with. They're starting to get the name of the group.
Yes, like he finally said it was
good.
Wu-Tang. What I really did was like I love the latest episode.
Yeah.
I really connected it with it more because it's funny how we just talked about Chinese people earlier. You know what I'm saying? Chinese people never fucked with us, but we fucked with them.
Yeah, we fucking them heavy.
Oh, yeah.
What? Nigga, growing up, Kung Fu was everything. Like Bruce Lee, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like we love Bruce.
Like Japanese culture, like Asian culture. in general,
We
just
always
fuck with.
loved it. We always loved it. So it's kind of cool seeing how that's developed. Like even when I grew up, like even though like I kind of grew up on Wu-Tang and I kind of didn't, but at the same time, like
You was aware of them.
I
you
was
just
aware.
didn't,
I didn't understand it yet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The
by the
rap
time
and the
we were-
culture
yeah.
yet, but. I knew because, you know, I'm still a 90s kid, but it was like I was listening to more like Pac and Big and shit like that. But like to see the Kung Fu like start, like D-Lover starting to get, he's like, yo, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang, and then watching some, and it was kind of cool because I was like, yo, when we watched Kung Fu movies, what did we do? We actually imagined us being in it. Like we be in the fucking couch. Nigga, when Spider-Man came out, nigga, I was on top of the couch, nigga, going like this. You know what I'm saying? When Kung Fu movies came out, me and my little brother would go and get the biggest, like the fucking sticks,
Yep.
and just ta ta ta.
Yo, nigga.
We wanted to be Kung Fu like
Niggas
When
Fighters,
Dragon Ball Z
bro.
came out,
Dragon
we would hold fighting tournaments in the basement.
Bro.
I broke my wrist. Look at this shit. It's broken.
Oh, shit.
From a fighting tournament.
Is that for real?
Yes.
Oh damn.
Nigga, we was fighting
I thought it
fighting
was
tournament.
just from jacking
My
off
mom
too
Nigga
told
got
me-
hit with the Kamehameha and it was
My
a
mom
wrap.
I thought he was
told me-
just being his dick
No,
too much.
oh my god. Possibly. My mom made it worse.
Gotcha. Yeah.
My mom told me my mom before I left out, she said, don't go down the street fighting.
Don't go down the street fighting.
Yeah.
She didn't say don't fight.
In the basement.
Went downstairs, held a
Go
fighting
down.
Yeah.
held a fighting tournament. Nick threw me into the couch, and I stopped myself at the couch, and I looked back, and he's already in the air jumping on me.
Ooh.
Whole hand bent. This is the whole
Oh, yo.
cat. I said, cut. I said, I gotta go home.
Aren't you home,
outside,
nigga?
Right outside. No, we was at his house.
Oh,
down the
his
street.
house. Okay.
Right outside. Right outside. Started crying. Like, no.
Yo,
we
we
about
love
this shit,
bro.
We
Even
about
Dragon Ball
this
Z,
shit.
yo, R.I.P. to my cousin.
Ninja Scrolls.
Yo,
fucking all that shit,
Yo,
bro.
R.I.P. to my cousin Jerry. I still have this video. I'm still subscribed to his channel, even though he passed away. It's like he has a video of him and his brother Stanley of them fighting DBZ style, nigga. Like, and it's all fast, so you see them punching. Like they probably was just doing this and shit like that, but they sped it up, so it's like nigga. Yo, we love this shit. This is what we did, man. This is what we did. So to see it turn around full circle and seeing Wu-Tang and how they come in the name and seeing how the Kung Fu kind of like elaborate, like did a connection to the rap music. Like, this is what we did, man. You know what I'm saying? And even like I was watching an interview with Michael B. Jordan and seeing how like he loves anime. It's
No,
like,
he actually-
yo, we're 90s kids. This is what we love, nigga. This is what we grew up on. It's just
Even though it's really expensive, he has a Coach
line,
line,
yeah. Yep.
with anime and Coach.
yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty.
God.
You got the Naruto like inspired like coat and shoes.
Right. Yeah.
So very interesting to see. But speaking of anime, before we close this segment, 'cause I know probably a lot of you don't watch anime, but we just wanted to talk about My Hero Academia real quick. Season 4 out.
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
it just
didn't know
came
Super Bowl
out.
out?
Last
First
week?
off,
No,
fuck
2 weeks
both
ago.
of you for knowing this shit and not saying nothing to me.
You've been gone for like 2 weeks.
Thank
bro.
That don't mean shit.
Thank you.
That don't mean
That
a
means
goddamn thing.
everything.
I got
You
my
just
phone.
had your birthday. We didn't want to disturb you. Go have
no.
your fun.
I got my phone. So
Yeah,
when this,
but you
no,
don't
when this
even answer
episode's
when nigga
so
texts
fuck
you.
nah, when this
Nigga, you don't
episode's
even
over,
answer.
I want hands.
Didn't I just text a nigga like, yo, let's have this meeting? This nigga, you had to, like, nigga, you don't answer
Stop.
text anyway.
Cut it out.
I remember one time, I'm going to bring this up. The other
Bet.
morning, I had some groceries I forgot in my trunk. You know, I just got in 6 a.m. I was like, yo, bro, do me a quick favor. Just take it out the trunk for me and just put it in the fridge before it. Nigga, I woke up and
Wait, hold up.
still in there. Exactly. Go scroll. Anyway, if
Hold
you're
up,
not-
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
If you don't answer your text- if you don't answer your text, then we can't reach you. Yeah, we calling them
You
all
mean
out.
to tell me you texted this at 6:30 in the morning?
Yeah, when you wake up to check it out, don't you check your phone in the morning?
I really don't.
Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah,
nigga
it's like a bullshit.
different. Anyway, My Hero Academia season
Beautiful.
4 out.
Yo,
Excited.
bro.
2 episodes out now. I think the next episode is coming out tonight.
No, I fucked up. It comes out on Saturdays.
Saturdays. Cool.
Yeah, so
yeah.
two episodes in the other season, right? Mm-hmm. This is the best season.
Yeah.
This is the best season so far.
Yeah, because you
It's
actually
going
read
to
the
be.
manga, right?
I read the manga.
Yeah.
And I'm caught up in
I
the
don't
manga.
do all that.
It's
I
the
just-
best season so far. This nigga, man. What happened? What you got to say?
I don't see that text.
Oh,
Yeah, it's there, nigga. I text you. But go ahead,
He
continue.
deleted that shit.
Facts.
Honestly, this is the best. This is the best. Like you know how like in mangas and stuff, like people say it's like kitty and stuff. This is the episodes where you see people die. Like we really get like the real.
You said it gets very dark.
It gets real dark, especially what the main protagonist is doing. It's like like this is fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like on some real shit, like if you don't watch anime by now, like
You fucking up. You
you
doing
fucking
yourself
up.
a disservice.
I mean, I guess people think that it's like kitty, but no, they got real life situations. In
Matter
anime.
of fact, speaking of, I'm gonna shout out my best friend's wife, Cheka. She disrespected. We were watching My Hero last night because I didn't want to do anything, so I just went over there. We just kicked in and watched it, and then she was like, "Oh, we were watching My Hero," and she was like, "Oh, that girl sounded." She was talking about the girl that floats.
or Chaka,
Or Chaka, something like that. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this reminds me of Pokemon." I was like, "What? This is anime, not a cartoon. Don't disrespect." She's like, "No, it's a cartoon." I was like, "Yo, so people,
And
fuck y'all."
I don't even understand people like that because she probably does something that seems weird too. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably watches like reality shows.
Yeah, she watches
That's
the
fake as
OC
fuck.
and shit. I mean, yeah, it's like not reality, but like it's a scripted show. I don't know.
What show?
The OC. She said she
I
wanted to
don't know
watch the
what
OC and watch
That's
House. Yeah, I don't know. I like House.
Hey, like, Nick said this to me one time, and I fully agree with him. He said, "Why would I?" He said, "The reason why I watch anime is because why would I watch something that I know is fake? Well, why would I watch something that's projected to me to be real but it's fake instead of me watching something that I know is fake? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, dog, it's the same thing.
And it's
You know
just
what I mean?
yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I also feel like anime is a good way to like watch shit that you know that's out of the norm. Like
Out of the norm,
Yeah, just
I can't fucking
expand.
fly, bro.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
Fucking, you know what I'm saying? I can't do all these things.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I can't do all these things, and that actually helps me
Didn't get it.
work the imagination of you know what I'm saying, of being able to do that. I think that people are just too hard on themselves. I guarantee there's an anime out there for everybody. If you like
Oh,
sports,
yeah.
if you like sports, there's
sure.
sports animes where they're extreme.
But
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
dope.
There's very intricate thought. Like there's an anime I was telling you about, the fucking My Promised Neverland. You know what I'm saying? That shit's about fucking kids being harvested for fucking demons. and they don't even know they're being
But
harvested.
it's just cool shit. Like one of the animes that one of my favorite to this day is like Death Note.
Yeah.
Think about like writing don't do it. Hopefully this never happened. But writing somebody's name and then making up how they die, and it actually comes to true. It's like, damn, nigga, like this shit is out of the fucking note. But it's like it takes you out of the element instead of seeing the normal shit that you see in movies and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and even so much as like, yo, one of the big, I think,
And it's art, too.
This
Just the
anime
art.
could get anybody into anime. Attack on
yeah.
Titan.
Oh yeah.
Attack
That
on
shit's
Titan will
crazy.
get anybody into.
I have to finish
Because
that, actually.
It deals with something bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, it deals with we're just a speck, and there's so much out there. You know what I'm saying? And then it deals with mortality. It deals with like, yo, like at any time we could all die. Then it deals with human interactions. And gets one of the part of the seasons is like, yo, we've been killing titans, which are humanoids, but they're not really humans. They're not friends. Now we got to actually kill human beings because we're in a war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, then it goes from we're killing something that for years has been killing us. Now it's like, oh shit, we're at war between each other. We got to actually kill people that look like us. There's a lot of levels and intricate things for them in.
Right.
And it's like, yo, it's a different way of telling a story. Some of that stuff is very much alive to this day, like in our real life. But it might be a little bit more exaggerated in an anime for our entertainment pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. But they deal with some real
But
life
you
shit.
still get the real life, like
yeah.
I can see that how being an issue.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yo,
Yo,
if
My
you're
Hero
not
Season
checking
4,
it,
man.
check out My Hero Academia. Amazing show. I mean, he mentioned Attack on Titan. Get
It's
him
like
that.
the X-Men, but
Yeah.
Japanese style.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dead ass. I gotta finish Black Clover. So yeah, if you're not an anime fan, please do yourself a service and watch it or pick up on
Black
some
Clover's
type of
good.
anime. But yeah, you already know what it is, guys. So I'm gonna do this right since we just finished talking about anime and everything. So let me get into character. Hold on. All the next time on Two Stupid Dogs, we discuss.
Arigato, my seat.
If you listen to Dragon Ball Z on the next, on the next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time,
Dragon Ball Z. On the next episode of Two Stupid Dogs, we discuss Kylie Jenner releases merch and the king of R&B, YK Osiris or Jacquees. We didn't talk about it this week, but we gonna talk. Maybe we'll talk about it next.
Who will win?
Who
in the
will
battle?
Did you see YK Osiris like performing and a big chick try to dance on him?
No, I didn't see that. I
Nigga
watched
could
it.
not handle it, bro. And then the caption was, "Is
That
this
nigga's
your
like
king?
Big.
Is this your king?"
your kid?
The nigga like this
Crying.
big.
Yeah,
Listen,
Yo,
you see-
you see the tour bus when he
No.
was dancing?
I
Light
did
skin
not.
He was
niggas.
humping the ground and shit.
Light
The
skin
first
niggas
thing,
is just
the
not,
first thing I'll
yo.
say is Chris did not fail that test.
You know what? Matter of fact, let's talk about it really, really quick because it's pissing me off. People talk about all right, I'm sorry. So YK Osiris is saying that he's the king of R&B. Jacquees can't fuck with him.
Stop.
And then Jacquees was like, you know what? And it was like, no, but that's Chris Brown. He's still the king in your generation. And Jacquees is like, no, Chris Brown is not in my generation. And we
Bullshit.
sat there and we talked about, I was like, yo, hold the fuck up. Like, how is Chris Brown and Jacquees not in the same generation, right? And then you said that somebody told you it's within 5 years.
Yeah,
and I'm
somebody
like,
told me every 5 years you get a
No!
new generation.
What the
So
fuck's
I
a
now need to go.
generation?
Now I got to figure out who told me that shit so I can go and smack them.
Yo, that
Because
shit
that's
makes
crazy.
no sense. Like, I'm sorry. Chris Brown is 30 years old. I'm 29. That's the man in my generation. Jacquees, we fucking Siri'd or Googled it, and he's 25. You're in my generation. You're in Chris's generation. It's 5 years
You're
apart.
just young and
You're
you're
just
mad.
young. You're not
You're
the king of
mad.
R&B. Chris Brown still got the reign.
You're
It was,
mad.
I would say, to me personally, Usher is still the king. But if you want to, but Usher is a little bit older, so maybe like 10 years apart, maybe. So I'm like, okay, we'll give you that 10 years, whatever. Because I was like, maybe I'll do 10, 15 years as a generational, split. But we Googled it. A generation is most likely 30
30
fucking years. You know what I'm saying? Like, generation is
I
not
put that shit
5
up in
years, bro.
I'm way different from a nigga 10 years younger than me. I don't give a fuck.
Right,
You
but that's
are
not
different,
but
but
that's not generational though.
That's not. Yeah, that's.
You're just
I know,
different.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying? But no, I'm with you. So that's why I was like, I'll give the pass for 10, 15 years. All right. So Usher had his reign, but we broke it down into years to make more sense of it. Usher was the reigning till like 2000, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Like 2008.
Yes, and then Chris
2009.
Brown kind of really took that height after he beat the shit out of Rihanna and then really excelled.
Really? You see, this is why these niggas don't like media. Because y'all go and spin stories.
Yo, y'all see that
I'm
video?
not a spin. He did it.
Yo,
but I love him. I love him.
I got stop.
Oh my
Leave
God.
Chris Brown alone. Let him do coke in the club if you want.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Leave him alone.
He gave you hits.
He
Let
gave
him
you a
sit-
30-track album.
He had to be mad energetic to give you that album. Let that nigga do coke and Adderall, whatever he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah, just let him be.
He needs it. He needs
He's
it.
fine.
And then he
Fuck.
was still shooting basketball with his daughter. Let him be out.
Fuck, man. Let
But-
him do this thing.
But nah, let's just say
He's Michael Jackson and Bobby Brown combined.
he gave us Run It.
Is he not?
He gave us Poppin'.
Happy.
He gave us Gimme That.
Give me that. Give me that.
He gave us Forever Ever.
Hold on. Ain't no way.
I'm gonna love you. He gave us. Let him live. He gave us.
how did
He
we
gave us
get-
great. He gave us hits, ladies and gentlemen. Let him do coke.
be. He is Bobby Brown and Michael Jackson. Is that not a good? Is that not really what he is?
Come on, let's talk about it.
Bobby Brown and Michael Jackson combined. Wow.
Let's talk about it.
Let him be.
He got the perm now, on the top of his head.
He like he's from Motown.
Yeah, now he acting up. Because his beard doesn't connect all the way. So,
I know. Have I ever seen a pimp that look like Chris Brown?
yeah, run.
Blouses and all kinds.
Yeah, he's doing it. That coke is definitely getting to him.
Blouses.
The coke is definitely getting to him.
With no shirt under.
Yeah. When with the right, and his beard doesn't connect, so he's doing designs on the cheek area. It's like, come on, bro. What do you-
No, think about it. He's getting wild and he got the perm.
He's looking down the sideburns and baby hair. Let me stop.
From Goofy.
Oh no.
Got the.
Yeah, messy in the back like.
Whoa.
All right, now let's end this motherfucker. God damn, 47. All right, guys, that was episode 58. Thank you guys for tuning in. On the next time of Two Stupid Dogs. Nah, I'm just like, oh, no. Guys, thank you so much. Sure Live, can you send us out, please? Oh my God. Yo, that's my dog.